Yeah, we live.
All right, because you know Google Plus or Google whatever, they stay slow with the trigger. But what's good?
So you got anything you want to plug?
Man, if people don't know me by now, bro, I don't do no plugs. I'll tell you that right now. I'll usually crack a joke or something. I don't need no plug. If you don't know me by now, bro, you ain't been around long enough. That's the truth.
Facts.
I got 700 plus videos. If you don't know me, bro, like people I don't even be knowing, have no idea, be hearing about me. So when I say I'm notorious, one of the most notorious, I'm speaking facts. I'm not exaggerating. Like I've been hit up. Oh, you that one you? Oh, who are you? I don't know you, but okay.
I wanna start off this discussion with this question. What do you think about the anime community?
Well, number one, please clarify that. Are you referring to worldwide, nationally, on the internet, or the YouTube anime and manga community? Because
that's facts. That's facts, and I need to clarify. On YouTube, as far as online goes, YouTube specifically.
Well, YouTube's a whole different animal from the online thing, and especially as years have gone. Yeah. Well, for those who don't know what I mean, I'll clarify without going too much deep with the internet. When I say there's a difference between the YouTube anime, and I include manga, because a lot of people want to go to the YouTube anime community. That's not cutting it. That just doesn't cut it.
Because most people are manga followers before anime anyway. Or
there's a huge amount of manga followers. Not only there's a huge amount of manga followers, the anime community, though, most of those who are just anime are the casual ones. That's the reality. And most of the casuals are not making videos. Like, let's keep it real.
The people who are just anime watchers only are basically minorities, because the majority of people who watch anime also read manga too.
These days, plus, let's keep it real. The big YouTubers in the community, and even the smaller YouTubers in the community, relatively, I'm talking on channel-wise, not influence, like myself. Most of us, where are most of our views coming from? Unless it's an occasional video, it's manga chapters. Let's keep it real. That's the reality. Or what are we mainly talking discussion-wise? Manga chapters, not anime. That ended 4 years ago, because a lot of us caught up to the anime, or the animes began to do their own thing from the mangas, and people were like, what is this? Like, my dude Pharaoh Space earlier, he did the differences between his top 5 differences between the One Piece anime and manga. Why does this matter? Because number one, I have continuously said that you need to doggone read when it comes to One Piece, when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, especially those two anime and manga. You need to doggone watch and read both, because you gonna get a completely different story. You got people out here calling certain characters weak that ain't weak. They downplay characters because they don't know the facts. That's the reality. So you need to get your medium straight.
What?
Calling people stupid that aren't stupid. Son Goku, he keeps getting hit with that. The anime does not showcase his intelligence near the way. I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super specifically. The Dragon Ball Super anime be making him dumber than he is. I'm not knocking the anime, but that's the facts. In the manga, this dude be coming up with stuff like he doggone Batman Bruce Wayne. Facts. He the one that figures out things. He says, "Oh, we should do this. Oh, we should do that." That don't happen in the anime. And so a lot of people want to call this man dumb.
So what do you think about the community on YouTube? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I've done videos on that. It depends on what we're talking about, but let me see. In terms
of it actually even being a community, just the name itself. I know you already talked about the anime part, but do you think it's a community as much as people?
Oh yeah, it's a community, because most people don't know what the hell a community is.
Go ahead.
Ed, that's the problem. Most people don't understand what a community is, and the reason I say that in this day and age, it's like you'll hear about, oh, the black community in America. Black American community doesn't exist. It has not existed in like 2 decades at least. It doesn't. It doesn't. See, in order for you to actually have a community, no matter how big or how small, you actually have to have a shared culture. You actually have to have, and culture involves language. It involves artistic. It involves a number of facets we can get into. Okay. Not only that, you have to have similar mentalities and approaches to things. There has to be something built. YouTube anime and manga community is an organic community, which actually you rarely see out here in the quote unquote real world. And what I mean by that is it just so happened, like you just had people just come into the game. It wasn't like the gaming community kind of started organic, but not really. Like there was always money involved. And I know you've talked about that on your channel. I talked about that when that money got involved. In the anime and manga community, it was a very niche-oriented community. A lot of these old-timers did not, ain't nobody was think about money making back in the day. Everybody like, oh, you trying to chase money. There was no money making back in the day.
Right. It's harder to obtain that on YouTube.
What'd you say?
I said it was harder to obtain it on YouTube. Like
I can't. No money making for that community. You knew that coming into the game.
Right.
When I'm talking about, I'm taking this way back. See, dudes like Chibi, okay, and on real, I've called him the trillist in the game when it comes to hard work. All right, he took over the mantle from guys like myself, Mangami, and others I can mention. Here's the thing: they were late to the party. They're not. They ain't OG like that. They ain't double OG. They ain't triple OG. The fact that they were concerned. Double 4 anime was an anomaly at the time. He wasn't the norm. So when money hit, you saw all these channels pop up. That's facts.
Right. Money was the last thing on my mind when I was doing reviews.
Hell yeah.
To be honest,
Literally,
when I was talking to like King Recon and Dre and them, like we literally was just talking just to talk. Like we weren't even on YouTube just for money or anything like that or exposure. Like at first it was just, all right, you like anime, I like anime, we read manga. Oh. Let's talk about it. That was just it. Period.
People's personas got built. Thank you, Ed. You are validating everything I just said. That's what I mean by organic. People's personas were built. It's just like I've
been on YouTube. I started making videos in 2013. And I was on YouTube.
You were late party.
Word. And I was on YouTube. I think I made an account like 2007, 2008. Like when did YouTube start? Like,
I was about the same. I was the same. I was 08 with my account. I've been on YouTube since 06. I've been made an account in 08. I really started making videos in 2013. So I feel you on that one.
Yeah. So it was never about money or none of that. Like I was always on YouTube. I just didn't feel like videos and stuff like that. So,
oh, it's good.
Let's go, Ray. My boy Ray.
Wow, King, legend. Every time, I swear, every time you come in, legend. These young players don't understand, man. Like, you don't have to be big in sub count to be a legend. In fact, a lot of these big sub counts ain't legends. That's the truth. I don't even be knowing these channels. I be hearing they got like 10,000 plus subs. Who are you? I don't know you.
So, yeah, so Wonder, you said it is a community, right?
Hell yeah, it's a community. It has a common culture. It definitely has its own language. I'll tell you that right now. It has its own history. In fact, if you go back from YouTube, the YouTube anime and manga community has one of the most storied history, one of the most versatile, volatile, like just colorful histories you'll ever come across in any community. The gaming community has been splintered for years, so I'm not even gonna get into that foolishness. Like, I knew by they foolishness when I was really starting to come into communities. I'm like, oh, I ain't getting involved in that. That was back in like 2010, 2011. That's how long they've been doing for. So a lot of these communities young though. They ain't even like these vlogger communities, these makeup communities, all these new, they young bloods in the game.
But you know why they're young? It's because I don't want to be that guy, but it's because of the money. Like, let's be honest. Like,
real.
Some people are. I honestly don't think. You know, people want to say that they're unique and all that stuff, and they're authentic.
The makeup community is organic. That one is organic. It just so happens that a lot of people.
I get what you mean.
It is organic at first. I'm positive, like most of the girls that go into the makeup community, they're doing it because they, you know, that's what they like and stuff like that. But the amount of views they get and the quickness of the views they get and the amount of money they get, they're sticking around because of it.
The reason I say the makeup is organic is because, number one, it's a niche community. Number two, I know one or two that have done videos. They don't constantly put videos out like that. They don't do clickbait. Like,
how new is it though? Because isn't there something called BeautyCon?
Yeah, I mean, but it still could be relatively new because I mean you could just because having a con for something, it ain't that hard if you look at it. I mean, unless it's like super big, like Comic-Con or something, but
I don't think it's
Comic-Con just got big in like the last 3 years. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. So I mean,
this is little old thing. I hear about Comic-Con having. This is when you know something got big. When it becomes mainstream, that's when it becomes big. Facts.
Yeah, because I mean, like these vloggers and stuff like that. Listen, you can't tell. Listen, if I could have vlog and get like 100K views easy within a week, and I'm making money off of that, yo, I've been vlogging my ass off though.
It is not that simple. There's plenty. Look up any topic. You know how many videos gonna come out, and nowadays you can't even find old videos.
I'm not gonna lie. Like some people get on YouTube, bro, and like in 3 months they're almost at 1 million subscribers, bro. That's not even an exaggeration. Like I'm dead serious.
You ain't lying. The game doesn't change, but let me tell you, the money. Also, YouTube. I even heard recently from I think it was Comics Explained, one of his videos, relatively recent videos. He talked about the algorithm. It was either him. No, that was Joe 10. It was Joe 10 actually. And the game done changed. YouTube ain't stupid. They ain't giving you just because you got views, bro. They don't change. Like YouTube, like, nah, bro. We see what y'all doing out here. All y'all clickbaiters, nah. Y'all ain't getting that bread like that, bro. Y'all actually get. And so now they actually profiting guys like myself, even though I'm not making bank, because you actually have to have content for length. It ain't just about making these 5-minute videos and you making bank. Nah, bro. They tired of that foolishness.
Because you know, I see though, from like big YouTubers who have like 1 million or close to 1 million. So they start off with their content creating where they ain't necessarily doing something unique, but let's just say they like to do skits and stuff.
Yep.
Or what they like to do is when they hit that like 1 million mark or something like that, they start doing vlogs because vlogs is much more easier to do than skits. So
definitely,
if you could get around the same amount of views with vlogs and skits, like I mean, they just kind of sink into the vlogging world where all you have to do is record what you're doing, edit it, and put it up.
Because you're famous because of your skits, not people just tuning in just to see what you're doing every day, which you don't really have to put any effort into.
So that right there is easy, bank. Easy.
You ain't lying, bro. What the gang got screwed up. And look, I'm not a hater because I'm to smaller channels and I'm sub to bigger channels. I'm sub to like Nat Geo and otherwise. But let me tell you the truth, man.
It's not about hate.
What'd you say?
No, I'm gonna get it.
The game fell off when freaking you got dudes out here. They can't talk. Like guys like myself, guys like Ed, like wow, we actually have something to say, and we ain't out here getting the views. When dudes that got nothing to say, and then when they say something, it's the same thing in the rap game. It's the same thing out here with celebrities. And then they say something that's somewhat intelligent, intellectual. Then people like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's mind blowing. But you out here been saying stuff. People ain't, you either get pissed off, they don't want to listen, they don't want to hear you. Oh, you ain't got fun. You ain't. I've even had people I know. Oh, you ain't doing nothing. How you got? So wait a second. Because Stephen A. Smith has a platform, for example. I've actually had this happen to me. Talking about sports and otherwise. Because Stephen A. Smith has a famous platform. That makes him valid and credible more so than me. Even if I bring in better points. Come on now, dog. Like, I get, look, I do respect the actual experts who've been grinding for like 40 years. But at the same time, those experts are not infallible. They're still human. So this is a dicey game people be playing out here. Oh, because they're famous now, all of a sudden they have credibility and cachet. Get out of here with that foolishness, bro.
You dub, bro. Being quote unquote conscious or intelligent never paid off. Like honestly, like even with hip hop, look at how hip hop is now. Like before, like low key, I think the internet wave did fuck up a whole bunch of things. Like it made a rift in reality. Like
it's not the internet.
You could look,
it's
honestly though.
Suck in.
Hold on. I'm gonna make this argument. Before like social media, I feel like the world was working in a I don't know how I would term this, but like let's say for the radio, for example, like before the radio came out or before railroads and all that stuff came out, people had to struggle to get certain things. Like they had to like really walk somewhere and give somebody a letter. Like you have to actually like go to the person's house and hand them, even though that's stupid to me, but
they had mailing systems as well.
Right. Well, yeah, they had like the pigeons and stuff. I'm talking about before like technology.
I'm not talking about pigeons. I'm talking about horseback and otherwise. I'm talking about real.
But once you start like, at this point, when I could connect to somebody in China in a matter of seconds, like those, like the parallels that like how we're growing up now, those parallels are completely different. So I feel like just the reality and internet itself is just the whole being conscious and being aware of things. Like people don't have to do that no more because they could just go online and look at all this stuff. Like,
but here's the thing, Ed, it's no different. See, here's the facts. Actually, it leads to more consciousness and actually more exposure because you're more exposed. Here's the facts. Take it back 50 years. Now, hear what I'm saying. What did people do? Tuned into the radio. Some cases tuned into the TV. Picked up their newspaper. You had people droning. Then you got people droning now. Now you ain't got actual excuse because you have libraries, because you have the internet, because you have so many resources where your behind can enlighten yourself, can actually gain knowledge and actually educate yourself and not be reliant on some lies.
No one goes to the library.
There's no excuse.
In 3 years, the library is going to be extinct. No one goes to the library.
Oh, hell no, it won't. Hell no, never.
Is there a library where you live,
Yo, I remember.
Yeah, and you know where a lot of people be at the library, okay?
And what's the demographics of the people at the library?
All kinds of folks. From young to old, rich to poor. It really doesn't matter.
Nah, bro.
I don't think so.
I don't know, you dumb.
Then you should come out here to where I'm at and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
I bet you if it was 50 years ago, there'd be more people at the library.
You bet what?
I said, I bet you if it was 50 years ago, there'll be more people at the library.
Hell no.
Why not?
Personally, you know why?
Why?
Because of electronics. Libraries have ability to access the internet. They have electrical plugs. They have things. They have a multitude of books that you can like, oh, I never even heard of that. Let me go ahead and check this out. They got anime manga. They got comic books. They got internet stuff.
It's called Google,
Yeah, that's what
Google is great. But let me tell you, the hard book will never fade if it's allowed to be printed.
You with them old sayings, listen, bro. I don't know nobody who still go, hey, you know what? I need to go to the library to actually read a book. I know people who go to the library to use the computers.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
the last
saying.
time I went to the library was to print something out.
No, but
That's part of the computer. Not everybody still got computers in this day and age. Really though.
but you know, I don't think you get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, like, he really point towards books and like, I mean, I'm really talking about students. That's so important.
You know what this reminds me of though? This reminds me of people saying, "Oh, landlines are going to become landlines still there."
No. I disagree with that. Landlines can't come obsolete because it's just a necessary. Like, it's like saying ATMs are going to become obsolete because we have our phones. It's like there's certain things that you just can't make obsolete. Like certain things we just need. Like,
I mean, you can make landlines obsolete. That's stupid.
How?
For a multitude of reasons.
How can you make it obsolete?
Make everybody kind of how they got rid of payphones. They forced it out, but it was stupid. Some places still got payphones because they recognize, oh wait, not everybody can afford it.
I mean, it's payphones, but I never see people using payphones.
Yeah, no one uses it, but it's still there. Like it's still.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's more like
some people do use it. You just don't see it often.
I bet you use it.
It's more like
you sit like where I'm at the library. You sit long enough. See, here's the thing.
I mean, but of course if you sit there for like 3 days, you might see one person use it.
Not no 3 years. You sit there. Let me get put a camera down week.
People have to show up to work. You Deb. Obviously, you're gonna see people.
You act like everybody got work, bro.
Bro, you There has to be someone working in a library. You for you to be there.
I'm not talking about library staff. I'm talking about casual folks. You'd be surprised the amount of people who either refuse to utilize technology or can't afford it. I know
there's people who don't use technology, but what is their age range of those people?
All kinds. I'm talking about from young bloods to old folk.
I doubt it.
You may doubt, but I'm telling you what I have witnessed, what I have observed. And it doesn't matter about race, doesn't matter about ethnicity.
Well, let me put in this perspective. The percentage of people who are young who aren't using internet versus those who are young who are using internet is significantly smaller.
Of course it is.
It's not even 1%. It's less than that.
Of course you're going to have a lot of younger people utilize the internet. I mean, there's a plethora of reasons for that. That's like saying, ooh, when the TV or radio first came out, who was watching it or listening to it more? You know the answer. I mean, come on. But I'll tell you this.
I don't know, because the TV was kind of a new thing, though.
That's my saying. The internet's still fairly new in comparison.
In terms of years, it's fairly new in terms of years, but it's not new in terms of like society's movements. Like the internet.
Let me keep it real though.
iPhone isn't something new because we already know about iPhone 3. So making the iPhone 7 isn't something new. The TV was a new thing. Like it was completely new. Like technology that comes out nowadays, it's like a spin-off of the old technology. So we all understand.
Wait a second. It was new, but it wasn't new. See,
how?
Because what is the purpose of radio? What is the purpose of TV?
But the distance between radio and TV is two different things for them. Like there's a big gap between radio and TV.
There is a gap, but it's all communication based and all media based.
But you know, it was like the radio was something you could listen to. TV was yo, I could see this stuff. Yeah, you see this? I can see people on the TV. It's more like the TV was it was way different from the radio. It's more like because
the internet's way different from both because the internet allows you to do a multitude of things.
Yeah,
I agree.
But how far? But you know what? Going back to the question of the reason why I think like I guess these quote unquote bad rappers or just the stupid stuff on the internet gets more views than people actually talking about intellectual stuff. I mean, it's a simple thing that the internet really expose how stupid most of the world is. Like how not stupid, but just the stuff that people actually find entertaining. And, like
It exposed it more openly, but it's been exposed. People been knowing about this since the dawn of man. Seriously,
it just makes it more public. I think for someone to say that there weren't whack rappers in the 90s is the most dumbest shit that I could ever.
There were whack rappers always. Facts.
The only thing was in the 90s, you had to actually get a cosign by somebody to be popular. Like it was the DJ and the radio host and all those people that had to get you popular. Now
in the record labels in the 90s, by the 90s, it was record labels. If you
I could just go on YouTube right now and make up 3 songs and then I'm popular. Like it's just that simple. But before,
no, it's not that simple. No, it's not that simple.
You know, certain people blow up. Certain people blow up off of just one video. You know.
But I mean, there was always one-hit wonders. Here's the thing: it's not that simple because you never know what's gonna blow up. That's the truth. You don't know.
The 90s, the one-hit wonders in the 90s though was pushed because a record label or a radio DJ or whatever heard a song that they did before that one-hit wonder, and then the person liked it.
Not always.
So how did the person get a one-hit wonder if no one heard their catalog?
Why do you think the term one-hit wonder came out?
But that's one hit. One-hit wonder in the 90s is different than nowadays.
One-hit wonder has been the same since the 1920s. It ain't no different. It's no different.
One-hit wonder in the 90s was based off of how much success you got after you got put on.
No, Ed, I'm telling you. One-hit wonder is the same as it's been since the 1920s. It's no different.
But if you're a whack rapper,
you are literally a one-hit wonder. You ain't never heard of that person again producing anything, whether it been an album.
You're talking about the after effect. I'm talking about how the person got that hit, though. I'm talking about the before they got the hit.
A lot of times they had no cachet. If you have cachet, then you're not a one-hit wonder. That's facts.
What do you mean?
If you got, let's just say a lot of people got exploded. Nirvana, even though different genre, Nirvana, they already had a fan base based off their first album. They just exploded with the second one. Okay?
No. I mean, people in the 90s who had one hit probably had a catalog before they got that one hit.
Rarely do you have a catalog with a one-hit wonder.
But what was the process of them making that one hit if they didn't have any music before it? So how did they even get it?
Either they were trying to sell a product. These people thought they were hot and they flopped.
How?
It just was one song. Just cut. Ed, there is a multitude of ways to get into the music industry. At least back then.
How?
Hey, you know what though? I see a dude get popular, like hella popular off of Vine though.
Vine. Exactly.
You remember the dude Shmoney? What is it?
No, I don't know.
What's the Shmoney dance dog? Whatever.
I don't know.
Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah. That's
Bobby Shmurda. Oh my god. I didn't even know who Bobby Shmurda was, and like everybody kept talking about Bobby Shmurda. I didn't even know who he was for the longest time.
He's a one-hit wonder.
Yo, no, but this dude get famous legit off of Vine. It was one big Viner like see his stuff, and then they put his music onto something funny, and then everybody catch on. Yo, and I don't like. He wasn't really a one-hit wonder. He just was stupid. He had the song right, but right after that, the dude get locked up. He's still in jail now. Actually,
why are you surprised? If you ever listen to his quote unquote music and he put out multiple songs, that junk is stupid. And I'm not saying that liberally. I'm literally saying, like dudes were saying, like I remember some of these young bloods that were like 14, 15 in the community. They talk about Bobby Shmurda, acting like he was the second coming of Pac. The fuck?
Well, I mean,
I'm dead serious. They're like, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to Bobby Shmurda. I listen to this. I'm like, what? It ain't Young Thug level bad, but it's bad.
Wait, who?
Young Thug. It ain't Young Thug level bad. Young Thug is about as bottom barrel as you get.
I actually have a defense for him, low key.
What'd you say?
I don't think he's like good in terms of the rap that I listen to, but this is a different thing between people who are whack to me. They're the dudes who are whack that I listen to. That I'm like, wait, well, how did these people even get into the music industry? And then there's people that I hear the music, and I'm like, all right, I can understand why people like their music. I
Young
understand why they like it.
Thug's no justification though. You can't. I don't care if you know any ounce of music. Period. No matter jazz, hip hop, rap, rock, or classical music, anything. There is no justification. At least Future pulled a T-Pain. See, he has some kind of talent. As garbage as he can be, he has some kind of talent. Young Thug, first of all, from his name to the titles of the songs to the I don't know how Weezy managed that one.
I can see why people like his music. I don't like his music.
No!
I see it.
At least Nicki Minaj. Let me keep it real for the people. I can't stand Nicki Minaj, but at least when she's featured. Now, when she does her solo thing, it's trash. But at least, well, she can actually spit a bit because I've heard it in karaoke. She can actually spit a bit on her junk. It's stupid, but she can spit a bit. Like she can actually spit, kind of like Twister, but not to the level of Twister. But she can kind of spit. But the thing is, on featured, the same thing with Drizzy Drake. As bad as they may be solo, when they're on featured, they're actually decent.
Nah, you dub. You can't do it. I'm not gonna let you do it.
Yeah, because Drizzy Drake is overrated as hell.
I'm not gonna let you do it. Overrated and not being good in solo is two different.
He ain't that good. What you talking about?
Nah.
That's one song. One.
His whole Take Care album was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
I
Can't dispute that. That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, it's a fact, bro. No.
Thank Me Later is pretty good too. Not every song.
I'm gonna keep it real for the people. There are very very rare albums that are phenomenal all the way through. You know what we call those? Masterpieces.
No.
Really happens.
I didn't say it's like a classic or he's like that's the best.
It ain't all the way through legit. Let me tell you, masterpiece.
To me and to a lot of people who like Drake, that's millions. That Take Care album was really good.
See, you already like Drake though.
No, I don't already like Drake. What are you talking about?
You said for me and him.
I didn't already like Drake when I heard Take Care.
I didn't say you already liked them at the time, but you just said I like Drake.
Yeah, but I can be objective. I'm not arguing for him being the best rapper in hip hop. I'm just saying that his music is good. You said that
I don't call him a rapper. I've been said that. Look, dog, if you can't freestyle, he exposed himself when he did went on to what's home Tim Westwood. If you can't freestyle, at least from a professional level, you are not a rapper. Period.
That's not true.
He can't freestyle.
That's not true.
What do you mean it's not true?
So you think everybody who's considered a rapper or a legend can freestyle?
Bro, if you can't freestyle, you're not a rapper. I'm gonna call it real. I'm gonna call it what it is.
So every legend in hip hop, you think could freestyle?
Bruh, why? If are they a legend for real? Name me one legend who couldn't freestyle.
I don't know who can't freestyle. Just I never heard of freestyle from most of the legends. What legend did do a freestyle?
DMX. That's what they used to do. Jay. Do I need to continue, sir?
Yes.
50.
Would you consider 50? When did 50 Cent do a freestyle?
Before he became 50, he was freestyling.
When?
Before he became famous. In the hood, bro.
All right,
a lot of them cats were freestyling. I don't even rock with Nas, and I know he can spit.
I don't know, but like 50 Cent was the first album I ever listened to in full was Get Rich or Die Trying. Like 50 Cent is one of my favorite hip hop artists ever.
By the way, Get Rich or Die Trying, masterpiece. By the way, and not just rap, not just musically. That is a masterpiece.
I never heard him freestyle, but my thing is, I don't know. That's a tricky thing. I don't know if every rapper is a freestyler.
Now, I didn't say you have to be phenomenal. You don't have to be shady now. But you got to be able to freestyle. If you can't freestyle,
you don't have to be able. That's not even a requirement to be a rapper.
Bro, what did I say? Professional. And the reason that's just like saying, hold on.
What is a professional rapper?
A professional at anything is someone who is skilled at their craft. Look, bro, this is like saying an NBA player can't make a damn layup. Bro, if you can't make a layup, you shouldn't be in the NBA.
They can make a layup, but they still miss layups.
I didn't say
that can make layups.
I said if you can't hit a layup, Ed, come on now. I know you know people who play in the hood who can't hit a layup. To say they're like.
I also know people who in the hood who can play in the NBA.
Exactly. They can play in the NBA. They should be pro level, but that's a whole different discussion.
So what does it mean to be a professional rapper, though? Because there's a whole bunch of people who could probably freestyle, but they're not quote unquote professional rappers.
See, now we get to the real discussion. Who gets opportunities?
That's semantics.
Who get money backing? See, that's a whole different discussion.
I think that's semantics. I don't think that. Yes, it is. I don't think that you have to be able to freestyle to be a professional rapper.
Okay, Ed, hear me out. What? Number one, I asked this question to both of y'all. What are the types? I'm not saying genres. What are the types of rap? There are 3 to 4 depending on who you ask.
Types of rap or what is hip hop? That's 2 different things.
No, I didn't say what is hip hop. Hip hop is a different genre from rap. People need to stop getting that twisted.
Genre. Hip hop isn't hip hop the totality of rap?
No.
Hip-hop?
Jay-Z is not hip hop. Anyone who says he is, I'm sorry.
What is Jay-Z?
He is not hip hop.
Jay-Z is definitely a hip hop artist.
He's a rapper.
Jay-Z is a rapper. He can rap, but he's a hip hop artist.
No, he is not hip hop, bro. You listen to most of his albums, they are not hip hop. T.I. put out hip hop. T.I. put out hip hop albums.
A rap album?
He put out rap albums. T.I. put out hip hop in his music, but he can spit. He is a rapper. Jeezy is a rapper.
What do you consider hip hop?
Hip hop is a genre. If you want to get down to the technical listening to, the difference is really honestly in the rhythms and melodies. If we're really going to start getting technical, it becomes in the rhythms and melodies. For example, now
Jay-Z and 50 Cent have high rhythms and low rhythms.
I didn't say
so it's called BPMs. Their BPMs are high and lows. They have all different types of
I wasn't talking about tempo. I wasn't.
What were you talking about?
Okay, let me give out someone who put forth a lot of hip hop. Nelly. I'm going down, baby. Yo, street in the Range Rover, street sweeper, baby. Pop it, let it go. Shimmy, go up. That's to me now. That's hip hop. That's hip hop. That is hip. Thank you. That is hip hop. Now,
but Jay-Z also has songs like that, though.
I know I didn't say Nelly isn't a rapper. Now, don't mind you. I'm just saying Nelly's got a lot of hip hop.
But that song specifically is hip hop song. It's not a rap song.
Now, 50. Doom. What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, blood?
Okay, you can bring
that. That is not hip hop. That is rap.
Okay, that's rap. But what is Candy Shop?
I didn't say 50 put out 0 hip hop songs.
What is Candy Shop?
It's a hip hop song.
Facts. Now let's go to Jay-Z.
But listen to it. Hold on. Even though it's a hip hop song, hold on now. Even though it's a hip hop song, listen to how he spits on that. There's a difference between.
Okay, but Nelly was still spitting like down, baby. But it's still a hip hop song.
No, he down, baby. Yo, street, a very bro. You heard that? You buddy the dance and get caught up in that piece.
If you're trying to get technical, he was still rapping though.
It is technical. That's what music is. That's what art is. It's technical. And until people start admitting that, they don't know.
Hip hop rap is still a subgroup. I can't accept that.
It's not a sub. It is an entirely different genre.
It's a subgenre.
T.I. perfect example. And he actually rapped on certain hip hop tracks. For example, What You Know is a hip hop track. He rapped that. But Whatever You Like, there's a completely different. You just listen to it. You can tell the difference.
Yo, to me though, it sound like you separating the rapping and the music. Like it's more like hip hop is the music and rap is what they saying.
Exactly.
What?
Rap, you can rap a cappella. For example, the types of rap that at least the 3 main types. There, it gets more complicated than this, but the 3 main types: You can say regular rap, which we hear mostly on the radio. You got freestyles, like with ciphers.
Yeah.
You got battle rap. Most of that ain't even played the music. You can hear dudes in the freestyle. You can hear dudes in the hood battle rapping.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right.
Putting it to music doesn't change it. It's not just stylistic. People saying, well, you're doing semantics. No. Number one, people don't even know what the word semantics means. Because I constantly get that foolishness. Oh, you're just doing semantics. And? Like, what do you...
I think hip hop broader is the umbrella, and rap
I
is
would argue to say rap is, but that's a whole different discussion. Anyways.
But isn't hip hop not even specifically towards even making any lyrics? Isn't hip hop like wasn't the reason that hip hop like the artists, the free artists, dancers, and all that stuff?
That's what I say. I said melody and tempo. I said melody and rhythm from the beginning. For example, do you know how we differentiate? And I know a lot of people don't listen to rock like I do, but I listen to most rock genres. You know how there's a differentiation between various genres? It's the melody and the rhythm. And there's an atmosphere to it too in certain ones, but it's really melody and rhythm from rock and roll.
Guitar.
That's not entirely true, because there are rock artists who the rhythm is, you can say it's a tempo like a heavy metal, but it's still considered rock.
Heavy metal is a subgenre of the super genre rock, by the way. Just
right.
FYI. But heavy metal is different from hard rock.
Or punk rock and hard rock.
They are different subgenres or different genres, because they have enough that they can have subgenres. But anyways, they are all rock, but they are different. For example, okay, you talk about punk rock versus heavy metal. And since I know both, I can explain. Punk rock is intentionally very fast songs, usually under 2 minutes. A lot of this new stuff ain't punk rock, by the way. It's fast songs under 2 minutes, very speeded up, rhythm bass. The lyrics, they are speaking, but it's very, very fast. Heavy metal, if you listen, for example, the first 2 albums of Black Sabbath, dun, 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 and I can go into War Pigs. That's the first opening riff off of War Pigs, the first song off of the Paranoid album.
Right.
Completely different sound, completely different atmosphere, completely different melody, as well as rhythm.
But what is Black Sabbath considered?
They're heavy metal.
Facts. So why do they have songs that's like slow down pace?
You can have multiple genres that you do, but you do have your
considered though.
They are heavy metal, but they can't. That doesn't mean you can't do other things.
I know that. That's my point though. In hip hop, like all these, like just because you don't freestyle doesn't mean you're not a rapper. That's the point.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying if you can't freestyle at all, bro, you ain't a rapper. You may be something else, and I'm not hating on you for it, but you're not a rapper.
I guess no one in hip hop nowadays is a rapper, because every interview or every, like, all these quote unquote freestyles, these Hot 97 freestyles, everything I hear, I've heard the person say in your songs. So how is that a freestyle?
Thank you. Hey, how many times have you heard me say quote unquote rapper? These are not rappers. You don't heard me say that plenty of times. Plenty. This ain't nothing new for me.
That's just me. Like, I'll hear somebody do a freestyle and then their album comes out and I hear the verse on their album. Like, wait, what?
Drizzy, Drake, and here's the funny, Asher Roth. You can go fact check this, because I've done it. Asher Roth was pressed heavy by Tim Westwood, that he kept trying to hit him on Shady. He kept changing up the melodies and beats, right? Asher Roth was spitting. Drizzy Drake, you know what he did? He ripped off his actual songs.
And he also had a BlackBerry, in which he was reading off of.
Hell yeah. Bro, you can't. Bro, that's so disrespectful. Man, I hope legends are rolling in their graves if they could. Pac, Biggie, Eazy-E, even though people could, I don't know if he could freestyle or not, but still, I respect him as a legend.
He wasn't. He didn't even rap.
He learned how to rap from Ice Cube and Dre. He did.
Didn't Ice Cube write all his rhymes?
He did. Just because, look, Ghost. Let me educate the masses, because let me tell you, probably at least 70 to 80% over all decades in centuries is ghost written. Most music is ghost written. We know this.
So
Country songs, most of them ghost written. You know how many people blues songs they take from old blues songs? I could go into a whole thing about ghost written. I don't care if he got ghost written. Can you rap?
I do.
No, I care about it if you want to talk about the best ever. See, that's a different story.
No. It's depending on what you're rapping about. One.
But
Two,
Easy-E lived that lifestyle, so I don't mind it. He ain't being fake. Like rolling through
that's a good point. That's a good point, but it's not his lyrics, so I don't care. But that is a good point. That is a good point.
You could argue, hold on. You could argue that Ice Cube wrote about Eazy-E's life.
So,
could you not?
It's a rap song. It's not an autobiography.
Authentic. Rap is the only genre that people have a problem with other people ghostwriting.
Because everybody is claiming that they're so good at rapping, but they're not writing your bars. That's the problem. Like you just said, when you claim that
he was phenomenal.
When you ever proclaim that you're a good rapper and that you're one of the best, how can you be the best if you have people writing for you?
Eazy-E ever claimed that he was phenomenal?
I'm not talking about Eazy-E. I'm talking about like rap nowadays.
Well, again, most of them not rappers anyway, so I don't want to hear that. I'm just gonna keep it real. I can actually rap.
And there are people who
pro rapper. No, I need work.
There are people who proclaim that Eazy-E is one of the best rappers.
I consider him a legend. Is he in my top 10? Hell no.
You do.
I mean, I'll tell you one of them who's in my top 10. A lot of people underrate. Well, two of them, both T.I. and Jeezy, mad underrated. Mad underrated.
Underrated as far as what?
Yo,
that's how
why you keep on putting Jeezy in this thing though? Yo,
hey, I said my top 10, bro. My top 10, bro.
Yo,
miss me with that opinion shit, yo. Why is Jeezy in your top 10?
Yo, I tell you though, he always including him though.
Because he's in my top 10. That's why the hell I'm including him.
Who listens to young Jeezy?
I just trying to know why he in your top 10.
I've explained a few times, but I'll go again. Number one, I have never heard a man spit the same thing in 200 different ways. You know this man talk about coke, cocaine, and he spits it in multitude of ways that are poetic.
That's what makes him in the top 10.
No, that's just my point. That's my point. Chill. That's one.
Yo, your boys.
At least most of them. Okay, at least most of them. I can listen to from front to back. I very rarely can do that with a lot of people. Front to back. Most time on the second half of the album, bro, you sleep. Because
because UW isn't the first person I ever heard say that. I'm gonna start listening to more Young Jeezy music. I'm actually gonna go back.
Thorough Motivation 101. In fact, not just start from Thorough Motivation 101. Go back to when he was with the 50. Was it the 504 boys? I think it was with BG and them.
There has to be something that I'm missing because I don't see it. Everybody.
It ain't nothing you missing, bro.
I'll tell you also what it is. Here's the thing.
Yo, Young G.
Authentic gangster rap. This is a legit question. Are you into gangster rap?
Facts. I just told you 50 Cent is one of my favorite artists of all time.
50 Cent did do gangster rap, but
I'm not arguing for 50 Cent of 2016. I'm arguing about like his older days.
Well,
back
50 I got ranked number 4, but that's a whole different discussion.
Where people need to go back and listen to Get Rich or Die Trying.
Thank you. Masterpiece, not just musically masterpiece, and not just for 50. That is an artistic masterpiece. Almost every song but one song on that album. And even the one song
likes
on
me.
the album.
That's okay, because I don't like y'all anyway. I fuck with you. Yeah.
Bruh.
I know every word. I know the whole words to every song on the album.
I think it's Poor Little Rich. I think that's the one song off that album that I say, and even that song is good. And that song is whack compared to the rest. You know,
Yes.
you don't made a masterpiece when your weakest song is still good.
Let's get back to these Young Jeezy shit. So what were you saying, Dub?
I was saying not only can he spit, see what a lot of rap is missing, like a lot of subtleties with Jay-Z, for example.
Hold on.
Yo, that ain't me. That's these freaking fire.
They're chasing you, Dub. They're chasing you.
No, that's the fire trucks, bro. You got it twisted, bro.
They coming for you for saying Jeezy in your top 10, bro.
Oh, bro, them fire trucks. They know it's the fuego around here. Anyway.
Someone at the CIA heard that blasphemy on his headset and said, "Yo,
the CIA didn't want Jeezy. Jeezy was too lit for him." Anyway,
he looked at his headset like, "Did he just say Young Jeezy?"
Jeezy, Young Jeezy. Let me not only. First of all, a lot of what's missed about Jay-Z is honestly his poetics. His poetry. Like for example, DOA, Death of Autotune, bruh was lit. Holy Grail. Magna Carta Holy Grail.
About this Jay-Z thing.
Mm. Yo. Uh-oh. What's going?
How good really is Jay-Z?
I got him top 3 all time. And my list, and I say my top 3 is not debatable. You got Pop number 1.
What is Jay-Z's best?
Number 2.
What is Jay-Z's best album?
I don't know, like, cause has he ever dropped a bad album?
Oh my God.
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious when I ask.
Never mind. I'm not having this argument. Never mind.
I want to know. I'm being dead serious. Has he literally dropped a bad album? I'm being dead
serious too. I'm not having this argument. Just that sentence itself, I'm not gonna have this argument because I already know where it's gonna lead to.
Wait, where is it gonna lead? Because you act like you know me like that, bro. Come on now.
Nope.
Oh, okay, I know. I was. Hey.
You saying has he ever dropped a bad album just confirmed any point that I was gonna try to make.
I want to know. I'm literally asking out of sincerity. Like, I don't know
what you just said.
Wait. Me asking a question is a bad question. Okay.
I didn't say it was a bad question. I said my question is the opposite of your question.
Has he ever dropped a good album? Is that what you want to say?
Oh, no, you disrespectful.
Here's what I would say about Jay-Z.
All right, this is why I'm saying that. I understand Jay-Z's legendary status because I think he is a good rapper. I think he's a better rapper than most of the people that I listen to nowadays. My thing is, though, the only reason I like Jay-Z is for certain songs of all those albums. I haven't heard I heard his full albums, but it seems like every time I hear a full Jay-Z albums, I can make an album out of the songs that I like from those albums.
You heard what I said, though, Ed. What did I say?
What did you say?
For most people, you can't listen to the entire album. That's fact. I'm including legends in this. People I love.
That's not true.
You think I listen to the whole album?
I could listen to a whole Scarface album.
Fact. I respect that. I consider Scarface a legend. Others wouldn't, but you know, it is what it is.
I could listen to, well, even though he didn't put out a solo project, I could listen to a whole Outkast album.
I've never been an Outkast fan. A lot of people love Outkast. I've never been an Andre.
All right, let's skip that then. So I could listen to I can't listen to a whole Pac album. Well, even his first. Hold on, what is that album called? Hold on.
I can listen to a whole Pac album, but the thing about Pac though is it's like
I'm about to go on my Spotify.
Pac is very mood oriented. I ain't gonna front with you.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in I gotta be ready for that hardcore.
Strictly for my niggas. I could listen to that whole album.
Who?
Strictly for my niggas. It's a Pac album. I could listen to that whole album.
I mean, you got Kill Apocalypse no, Kill Illuminati. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Kill Illuminati was dope. Kill Illuminati was dope.
I mean, a lot of my favorite stuff with Pac is his posthumanist work. So, I mean, there you go with that.
Me Against the World was dope.
Oh yeah. I mean, here's the thing with Jay-Z, and the reason Jay-Z is more like, honestly, he like your Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think even though I don't have Kareem in my top 5, still I think or Tim Duncan. And the reason I mean consistency.
Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward ever.
Yeah, he is. But I don't have him in my top 5. I got them both in my top 10.
I get what you mean though.
Like, I gotta respect the man. Like, even though I don't consider, like, a lot of people, oh, Tom Brady the greatest. No, I don't get. But I respect the man's continued excellence.
Who?
I respect that.
Who are you talking about?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady?
Tommy?
You said Tom
I don't
Brady?
think a lot of people. Oh, he the greatest quarterback. What? Because he won 5? I'm sorry, no.
I can't have this argument because I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
hey, you and Joe 10. Oh my gosh, Joe 10 went off.
I can't have this argument.
Joe 10 went off. I can have an argument about Dan Marino and the Dolphins, man.
The only thing people could say about Tom Brady that I agree with, I heard somebody said he is the greatest of all time, but he's not the best of all time. And the way they broke that down,
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And no other sport can you have that said. That's ludicrous.
That's somehow the person said it, and it made like he was talking about like stuff like scrambling and certain attributes.
Bro, that's part of greatness. I'm sorry, bro.
Tom Brady can scramble.
Hold on. Time out.
I'll take him before any quarterback that can scramble.
What? You stupid. I'm sorry. People who say that are stupid, bro. Okay.
So let me get this straight. 2016. Let me get this straight. 2016. You're starting a football team. You're telling me you're gonna pick Cam Newton over Tom Brady? Hell
no, I'm picking Aaron Rodgers, fool. What you thought this was?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is more of a hybrid, but that's true. He's
exactly.
But that was my point.
If you're talking greatness, you got to be do everything. That's part of the reason why LeBron James ain't no greatest. LeBron James ain't no greatest. LeBron James can't do everything. Let's stop. He can't.
You're going all over the place.
Wait. Time out. What's LeBron James' key? What is LeBron James' career free throw percentage?
I don't know. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I don't know.
He like 70%. Bro, I don't want to hear that noise.
What does that have to do with it?
Bro, you can't hit free throws?
How
is 70% not being able to hit free throws?
No, listen, no, Ed, I know what you're talking about. Listen, that's like, I don't know how to explain it, but yo, you can't be 70% of the line though.
Shaq is the only exception I have because Shaq's hands were ludicrously big. His hands, he hit them when they counted though. He hit them when they counted. Hey, people forget that. LeBron ain't clutch like that, bro.
That's a reach.
That ain't no reach. That's truth.
That's a reach. I understand what you're saying, but that's a reach.
Wait, time out. Hack a Shaq.
So him not hitting free throws makes him not one of the greatest.
Wait a second. He's my number 6 all time. What are you talking about?
So
I just greatest of all time.
He's not one of the greatest?
No, I said greatest of all time, bro. I said he cannot be greatest of all time.
Wait. So who's the greatest of all time to you?
Michael Jordan.
Yo,
huh? I didn't know what he was gonna say. People be saying crazy shit. I didn't know what he was gonna say.
He said, "Hey, come on, this is me, dog. Come on, bro. You know me better than that."
Scottie Pippen was one. I swear to God.
Scottie Pippen may make my top 50, maybe.
He actually tried to argue with that.
No, Scottie Pippen may make my top 50, maybe. And I respect Scottie, but come on, bro. Let's be real.
At least say someone like Oscar Robertson or something like that. Then we could talk.
Oscar Robertson ain't in my top 10 though.
Yeah,
that's you.
He in my top 15 though.
He's still a walking triple double.
No, he ain't no walking triple double. He had one season. Let's stop. He had one season now. Come on now.
Actually, he didn't have one season. You could look this up. He had more than one season.
No,
how many seasons he had?
No, but
like 2 or 3.
The key fact though. The key fact though that everybody's leave out during our Oscar Robertson time was in like 10 teams though.
Bro, yeah. That was like 10, 14 teams, bro. Like, come on now.
Relevant. He still had a triple double.
No, it's not. No. Walking. No, let me clarify this for the people. Walking triple double is if you are, and I don't think any player in NBA history has done this. If your entire career is a triple double,
Not
That's
really. I don't think your whole entire career. That's
hell
good.
yeah. Look, bro, I'm critical when I'm accepting when it needs to be.
Triple double isn't the thing, man. It's made up then, if that's the case. No one's gonna have a triple double their whole career.
Exactly. No. You look, if you're gonna make ludicrous claims, you gotta have extraordinary evidence. That's like saying, yo, let me. For example, people are talking all this Saitama on some anime manga. People are talking, Saitama solos. What? His own series, he hasn't done that.
Solos what?
What'd you say?
He solos what?
Oh, he just solos. He just solos. He's invincible.
Robinson had like two seasons of triple doubles.
I have to go
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah, with triple double. But still though, you know what though? Like when they say Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell, yeah, they are great to me. But it's just certain factors I can't like to me. Will
Chamberlain playing against a league. So you're saying
Bill Russell is number what? Is he number 4? Yeah, he's number 4 for me all time.
Facts. I mean, when you're like 7 feet and you're playing against a whole bunch of people who are 6'2", I mean, of course you're gonna be great.
Bill Russell was this man had game all around. Period. This man was crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like to me, Will Chamberlain, yeah, he is a great, but it's more like if you watch him play, dude is the biggest dude on the court. He literally has no moves. He had like 1 or 2 moves, and that was it. It's just that they couldn't stop.
Will Chamberlain isn't even a good argument for anybody, bro. It's preposterous that you like this guy, like
people talk about
the tallest one on the court, and then you're dropping 50 points a game, bro. Come on, like you really think you had
that 50? Didn't we have this argument? Was it you and me that had this argument before, Ed?
Yeah.
About his points were inflated.
Yeah, it was me and you.
Yeah. Because I'm like, ain't nobody dropping 50 points a game, and Ed's like, well, Wilt Chamberlain. And I asked, well, Ed, did his team make the playoffs? What was the answer?
Nope. But even still,
I want Anthony Davis. Same thing. I don't want to hear no talk about no Anthony Davis, bro. I'm so sick of this. I've been sick of this since day one. Since he was
the argument is this. The argument is this. Even if he did drop 50 points a game, what kind of competition is that? Like, you let one guy drop 50 on y'all?
Look. It's the same argument that was against the Mavericks for so long. Let Dirk get 45. Shut down everybody else. What's going to happen? They're going to lose. They're going to lose.
Yo, if you're dropping 50 points a game, bro, like, the team should never lose a game at all.
Especially for a post presence. See, because what happens? The ball sticks. Unless he's kicking out. The only one who could do something like that, and he wouldn't go drop no 50 a game, was Shaq. You know why? Because Shaq. What'd you say?
Shaq was a force of nature. Yo, this dude legit is a force. Like, you ever watch him play, dog?
Yes.
Yo, listen, hold on. Listen to his start shit is just on his body now. They say, bro, they had to do 320 pounds of muscle, bro. 7'1". I said, what?
And yo, wow.
Not only was he 300 pounds of muscle and 7'1", but in his Magic days, he was running down the court like he's a guard.
Exactly. This man,
that's a tank coming at you, yo.
This man was on his Bill Russell. People think Anthony Davis? No, Shaq could handle the ball. He could handle the ball. Let me tell you, Shaq is one of the greatest passers of all time. Shaq's first step, when he spun around you, hey, I got to give it to Big Baby Davis. He's the closest thing for someone like him to quick feet.
Glenn Davis.
Hey, Big Baby Glenn Davis has some quick feet, bro. He has some quick feet.
Facts. He played for the Celtics. I know. Celtics is one of my favorite teams. Well, it is my favorite team. I said one of.
Listen, bro. Shaq 7'1", 320 pounds, right? Yao Ming was 7'6", 310 pounds. Like, that don't even make no sense, though.
Yo, Yao Ming was slept on, yo. He slept on, real talk.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer. He ain't slept on now.
Nah. I'm talking about like in casual conversations. No one brings up Yao Ming.
That's because, let's be real. Yao Ming is unfortunate. He had to go up against legends, bro. I mean legends. Shaq, Tim Duncan. Just them two alone. We don't even need to get into the rest of the era. Just them two.
My boy KG.
Like,
people also sleep on Kevin Garnett, bro. He's nice as shit.
Who sleep on KG?
A lot of people. Trust me.
Who?
You know
nothing about him?
You for a fact, people don't bring their names up in conversations, bro.
Yeah, that's true though.
Hey, I'm sorry. KG ain't getting in my top 50 most likely.
You're wildin'.
No. There's a reason. My top 50. Hey. Understand, my top 50 is taken.
Please give me 5 power forwards that's better than Kevin Garnett.
What'd you say?
Give me 5 power forwards better than Kevin Garnett.
We're not just talking position, Ed.
What
Mine's going to be heavier with other positions than just the power forward position.
Like what?
Centers, point guards, shooting guards, probably small
forwards.
Against
Centers.
What'd you say?
He could play against centers and he could score against centers.
Look, I'm not knocking KG. Look, if you in my top 100, you legit. He may be not top 100. Like
you know, that's a long ass list. Top 100.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. There is 70 years of NBA basketball. You know how many players that is?
Yeah.
Do you know how many of them were trash?
I know those.
Not many. Bro, this is so disrespectful. This is, bro, ain't in no league. In the MLB, in the NFL, the NHL, there's a lot of trash players. People need to stop with that myth. That is ludicrous and that is mad
By
disrespectful.
trash, I mean against those on their teams that are considered legends.
Not many. Come on, bro. They may not be that good, but they not trash.
Who was the backup shooting guard to Michael Jordan?
It doesn't matter.
I'll wait.
Which year?
I'll wait.
Which year?
Who was the backup shooting guard on the Bulls when Michael Jordan was playing? I'll wait.
No. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem. The Bulls weren't a typical built team. They weren't. So I honestly can't even tell you.
Answer the question.
They could have had guys who were shooting guards playing point guards. So I don't know.
Answer the question.
I don't know because number one, I don't know.
I know you don't know. No one knows. That's the point.
I don't care.
No one knows, bro. No one. He's probably sitting at home right now, like just really upset. Like no one knows who that guy is.
No, because you know why? Hey, we talked about. Hey. Do you know? Wait a second. Time out. Who is the backup for the Lakers at shooting guard in any year?
You dub.
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
Exactly.
No one knows, bro.
What are we talking about here?
No one knows. You
Hold on.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make them trash, okay?
You know.
No.
Since I am a Lakers fan, I could tell you a lot. Sasha Vujacic, Shannon Brown, the dude who could jump at the gym, Shannon Brown, that dude. Remember?
See, I didn't even know if they were shooting guards.
When did they get their names though? They probably got their names after those people were GOATs or they left the team.
No,
I know about Shannon Brown on the Lakers. What you mean? I know about Sasha Vujacic.
No, okay.
I don't know the backup.
During Kobe's heyday, you knew who they was?
Yes, they were backup to Kobe. Because why they came into the game. That's why. Like I knew people at the time. I can't tell you offhand.
So when Kobe dropped 81, you know who Shannon Brown was.
I knew who players were. Look, I don't know who
was he on the team when he dropped 81. I'm probably saying some blasphemous shit.
What did you say?
I said, was he even on the team when Kobe dropped 81?
I don't know if Sasha was on the team at the time. Cause I'm trying to remember which year that was. Was that in 06, 07?
I don't know. But let me clarify. When I brought that up, obviously, if you make it to the NBA, you have talent to some extent. You have to have some. Usually, you have to have some type of talent. So I'm not gonna say that they're not nice at basketball, but when I say trash, I mean in regards to being a top 100, the people you're naming on your list have to have a name. They can't just be random people. So when you say KG's in your top 100, I'm saying who are the people? One, it depends on where you list him at, and two, who are the power forwards, if there's any, that's above him. That's what I meant by trash. Because you're not gonna put the backup shooting guard behind Jordan on your top 100.
Well, no, wait.
Regardless of what his stats were.
Wait. No. See, you got two different arguments going on at the same time now. Come on now. Hey, come on now. Don't put a car with me, bro. Don't do this.
Am I incorrect? By the way, am I incorrect?
I respect Uber, but I need for the people to notice. I respect Uber, but Joe T got on him for one thing. But like you making two different arguments. You asking me about. First of all, you only said 5 power forwards. 5. That's not really difficult to think of 5. And secondly, you're asking about. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The big fundamentalist, Tim Duncan.
Facts. I agree.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been, and arguably would have been the greatest player of all time, if not for other players. Kevin McHale. If you don't know who Kevin McHale is, your young blood self need to go ahead and look himself up.
I give you.
Hey, Mr. Celtics, you better know who Kevin McHale is. You better know.
Bro, I'm a Celtics fan. Come on. Like,
Mr. Celtics better know. This man, for those who don't know, you want to know the term Mr. Automatic? That's Mr. Automatic. Don't give that man into the post. It's over. You might as well not even play defense. Go look up highlight field. For those who don't care about pure technique, most boring thing you'll ever watch. But let me tell you, you can't stop it. He would have probably been the most dominant big man if not for Shaq.
Word.
And I probably got him in my top 20, Kevin McHale. But he's not in my top 15. See, it depends on where you put some of these people. Some could argue Karl Malone. I'm trying to think of actual power forwards and trying to think way back in the day. See, because there's a lot.
Some of those people were considered both like small forward, power forward, or power forward center. Like Larry Bird was like small forward, power forward.
He was small forward. LeBron's a small forward.
They put him at power forward though.
Well, I mean, you can play. Look. Here's the thing.
Larry
if
Bird
you're an all-time legend, you got to be able to play multiple positions. Seriously.
I'm pretty sure he was playing power forward on the Celtics at some point.
No. Well, at some point, if Robert Parrish or Kevin McHale was out, sure.
Word.
But I mean, if you can't, again,
bro,
LeBron,
Larry Bird played on the Celtics.
What'd you say?
Larry Bird played basketball for like how many years?
Exactly.
He started in the 70s into like the 90s.
Well, no, him and Magic came in at 80 into the NBA.
And he played for the Pacers, right?
No, he coached the Pacers.
Oh yeah, he coached for the Pacers. That's it.
I will say off the top of my head, only 3 players off the top of my head could play all 5 positions. Only 3 in NBA history. Off the top of my head, by the way.
Who?
KD almost makes 4, but number 1, Magic Johnson. And he's proven.
You think KD could play all 5 positions?
I say almost. He almost can. He almost can.
Yeah, please clarify.
I don't know how well he can handle the ball, play point guard, but I know Magic Johnson proving that he can play all 5. He played center in the NBA Finals game, by the way, for those who don't know. LeBron can easily play all 5. This is proven. And for those who don't know, the goods, Lamar Odom, Mad slept on. He could play all 5.
He's definitely slept on.
Is he in my top 100? No problem. And there's no disrespect to him. It's just there's too many dudes. Like, even making my top 200 probably is legit. And I haven't thought it's deep into my 100. And, hey, KG's that dude. But, I mean, again, there are so many. And, again, when I make these lists, I'll be like, dang, I forgot about this dude. Dang, I forgot about this dude. So it's hard. It's hard, man. Oh, I was gonna say in no other sport it is greatest ever and best not in the same thing. Like for example, who would spit the blasphemy that Michael Phelps is not only the greatest but best swimmer of all time? Who would do that?
Well, my thing is, what is so you saying there's no difference between greatest and best?
No, there shouldn't. Not if we're talking all time. Now, if we're talking in a specific attribute, that's different. Michael Jordan ain't the best shooter. Come on now.
No. The guy said he's the greatest quarterback of all time, but not the best player of all time. That's what I meant to say.
He may be the winningest quarterback. I don't consider him the greatest.
Why not?
He's my top 10. Number one, I look. Okay, I said this before. I look at all of what you're capable of doing. Everything. I also take into consideration, especially with quarterback, like Skip Bayless kind of, he be on point, but then he kind of skews the argument a little bit to fit his point. That's what a lot of these dudes are doing for Tom Brady. And because they know the truth that Tom Brady ain't the greatest. Here's the thing. I don't even consider Joe Montana the greatest. A lot of people like Stephen A. Look, bro. I take everything.
Who's the greatest quarterback of all time, man?
I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
I don't think it ever existed. I'm not sure. At this point, and there's a lot to consider, to be honest with you.
You know.
It's difficult. Football is the one sport I actually don't be having like top 10s. I
don't either, but I think Tom Brady is
even in position wise, because it's not fair. Like I played football. You ever play football for a team?
Bro, I'm playing in college right now.
There you go. Tell me, it's systems. It's the team you on. There's a multitude of factors at every position. Like, bruh, it almost doesn't even matter how talented you are. Think about that. Think about this.
In terms of what?
Just pure raw talent. You can't impact.
What does it matter how talented you are?
I mean, it matters to a degree. What I mean is, in about every other sport, okay? Pretty much every other sport. If you think of basketball, it definitely matters. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, the great ones we can mention all the time. They can immediately impact the game. You look at, we can mention swimming. We can mention track and field. You can mention soccer, football. Your talent evident. You can impact the game. Even baseball, you can impact the game. It's a little bit harder, but you can still impact the game. Ask Barry Bonds about that. If you mention rugby, if you mention even golf, look at Tiger Woods. Look at Arnold Palmer. Look at some of these other legends. Football, bro, if you in a garbage system, what happens? As a quarterback, if you ain't got an offensive line, what happens, Ed? Tell the people.
Nothing happens.
Bro, you get blown up. What happened to Aaron Rodgers and Ryan Tannehill a few years ago?
Bro, you don't win the game. Absolutely nothing happens. You don't win the game. Nothing.
You just get sacked. You get knocked down. You got to scramble out the pocket. You got to do this. Part of the reason Tom Brady's so good. People mad sleep on this. Hell, I might argue that Peyton Manning's greater because Tom Brady has usually had an offensive line, or at least an offensive line that never got called for holding.
Yeah, but it was balanced, though.
Balance.
It's balanced. Of course it's balanced because Tom Brady never had the great weapons besides Randy Moss. But
everybody talking about great weapons.
If the receivers is not up to par to the other receivers in the league.
What did I say from the beginning? What was the word that
could be as great as it could be, but if your players aren't catching the ball, then what is a good line?
What did I say with an S? What was the word I said, Ed?
What do you mean?
System. Everybody want to just devalue that.
What does the system have to do with you throwing a ball to somebody and then catching it? Regardless of the scheme, I don't care how good a coach is. I don't care. A coach could be the greatest. You could have Jesus on the field. If the person can't catch the ball, what is the scheme?
Hey, come on now. We talk about professional athletes, but let's stop that.
Yeah, you dub.
Hey,
You haven't been watching football then, because they've been dropping a
bro,
lot of
I
balls.
get on the drops all the time. Don't get me started about them drops. Look what happened to the
Bro,
Packers.
watch the
Bro,
Patriots games. Watch the Patriots games. I'm telling you,
bro, watch the Dolphins games. Watch the
bro,
Packers games. Don't get me started about drops.
it's irrelevant. The Packers weren't in the playoffs. I mean,
They won the playoffs, fool.
they were in the playoffs. They were in the playoffs. They weren't in the Super Bowl. That's not the point. The point is
Don't do that, Ed. Don't do that.
Tom Brady's skill set on offense wasn't.
I'm not denying the man's skill set. Here's what it look. What did I say? He top 10. Everybody get this twisted. Like for me, top 10 is glorified. Everybody want to talk about top 5. No. Top 10. Okay, if you're in my top 10 anything for anything, you on another level. You period. I don't care what you could be top 10 in a major league eating. If you top 10 for me anything, you bona fide. Period. That's how I work. See, I ain't like a lot of these mainstream media folk that want to be telling people lies. Okay? My top 10 for basketball, for the NBA, is all legends. Period. Hey, my top 10, all but Allen Iverson got 3 rings. So, at least. Hello?
Huh?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You said in what?
In the NBA, all of my top 10, besides Allen Iverson, got at least 3 rings. Like these are, if you look at my top 10, it would be hard to argue against them. That's the same thing with boxing for me. That's anything. My top 10. Now it may be debated about who in and out in different positions, but it's kind of hard to argue my top 10. The thing about it, I don't have a greatest of all time of any position, or even football players at all, because there are too many factors to consider. Too many. And there's too many people see, the problem is football is too position based. Even baseball, as position based as it is, you could make arguments who the greatest ever is. Football, you have offense, defense, and special teams. That makes it too complicated. Jerry Rice, no matter how great he is, he played one position mainly. Deion Sanders played too, but still, it's tough. And it depends on your criteria, man. Jerry Rice, whatever, but if somebody argued Randy Moss or T.O. was better, I can't argue against that. It's hard.
Because stats back that up. Jerry Rice is light years in terms of receiving yards. Light years ahead of those receivers.
But here's the thing. What did I say from the beginning? System. Here's the thing about Randy Moss and T.O. That was way different from Jerry.
Well, system is a flexible argument only because they play for different teams and still have great numbers. They play for different.
Not only that, Ed, what I'm talking about, both T.O. and Randy Moss were deep yard receivers, like Megatron for the most part, Calvin Johnson.
Right.
Hell, I could argue that from my perspective, if I really think about it, just me, I can argue that Megatron was the greatest receiver of all time. Seriously. Because
what?
Just greatest receiver of all time. If we're talking about receivers, I can argue Megatron. I'm not saying he is or isn't, but I can definitely make that legit because I watched this man routinely go up between triple coverage. You knew he was getting double, triple coverage, and this man coming down with him and Randy Moss both. No, I'm watching these guys go up against ridiculous. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Fireboy. Someone in the comment section said Megatron is not the greatest of all time. LOL.
I didn't say he was. I said I could make the argument, which you can. If you don't look, I'm sorry. If you ain't putting Megatron in top 10, bro, you sleep. You sleep. You better pull that veil off your eyes and go watch some tape. This man made the lines relevant. Am I wrong? Some can argue that Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time. Others will say no. It's when I say system, it really depends. For example, if a Barry Sanders is
He
in a
said,
system
he
where
said Megatron is not top 5.
What'd you say?
He said Meg is not top 5. I don't think.
I all I'm saying top 10. At top 10. I would love to hear 5 better than him. That's what I want to know. Give me 5.
You don't. I don't know.
It's rough. It's tough. Football too selective, man. It is. It's too selective. Tom Brady, everybody's saying this because Tom Brady. Well, you had Shannon start saying, well, if I didn't, if he didn't win 5.
He said he's top 10 for sure, but not top
5. Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as you put him in the top 10, you fine by me. That's it.
What do you think of Gronkowski?
It's tough, man. The man stay injured. It's tough. That's like Grant Hill, man. Grant Hill would have definitely been one of the greatest all time.
And whatchamacallit that played with Shaq on the Magics.
Penny Hardaway, so much hell. Oh, don't get me started.
One of the greatest.
D Rose could have been nasty, but I tell you, Brandon Roy, forget about Russell Westbrook, forget about D Rose, forget about all these cats. If Brandon Roy, and I'm not even a Trailblazers fan, if Brandon Roy would have stayed healthy, bruh, nasty. Forget about Damian Lillard. First of all, if him and Damian Lillard were on the same team, bruh.
Damian Lillard is one of my favorite point guards in the league right now. He's nice.
If those, think about that, Brandon Roy and Damian Lillard, and then LaMarcus Aldridge.
I'm glad you acknowledge Damian Lillard because no one really acknowledges him, yo.
Who don't do that?
You dumb. I'm telling you. You keep asking that question. I'm telling you.
Where do you live at? Yo, where do you live at? These people need to get shot.
Even ESPN don't even acknowledge Damian Lillard.
Wait, ESPN keep mentioning Damian Lillard.
No, they don't. In the games maybe, but not like in terms of primetime TV shows and all the shows. They do not mention Damian Lillard.
I be hearing him on First Take and stuff.
When he's brought up, when somebody's playing the Trailblazers, you hear him. Not in just regular conversation.
Well, I mean, people don't bring up DeMarcus Cousins, but
how many times in regular conversations? DeMarcus Cousins is definitely probably the best center right now. But how many times?
Everybody want to keep bringing out Anthony Davis. I don't want to hear that noise.
He's a power forward.
I don't know what the hell this dude is. He don't even be playing this proper position. I don't even know. Ridiculous. This man is so overrated. I've been saying that since Kentucky. I've been saying that this man is overrated. This dude, we talk about systems. Let me tell you, I done said this consistently. And this ain't haterade. This is truth. What'd you say?
The Pelicans are trash, by the way.
Exactly. They barely got anybody. Let me tell you the truth.
Is Drew Holiday
I said this multiple times over multiple years. Put him on a team like the Heat. Put him on a team like the Spurs. See what happened.
Nah.
See what happened. He ain't going to be making.
Whiteside is dominating the Heat right now.
Ooh, Whiteside's dominating Heat. And this is before Whiteside came into fruition, by the way. I just said put him on them teams. You know what would have happened?
People don't know that Whiteside has been in the NBA for a couple of years now.
Hassan Whiteside, bro.
They thought he was a rookie. He was on the Knicks at some point.
Hassan Whiteside is more. I consider him more dominant, and DeMarcus Cousins, and who else? Who do I consider more dominant than Anthony Davis?
I'm wrong. I'm right. Anthony Davis' first 3 years in the league, he was a power forward. Then they just changed him to a center like last season.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, he switched positions. Because I know he wasn't no center.
KG and Tim Duncan.
I know he wasn't no center.
He ain't no center. Anthony, just dominant. Hassan Whiteside, DeMarcus Aldridge. DeMarcus Cousins, excuse me. LaMarcus Aldridge. Always have considered them more dominant than Anthony Davis. And there's probably a couple other players too.
What do you think about that though? Anthony Davis has been in the league for like 5 years and he's a four-time All-Star.
Because all his stats are inflated and because the media, I'm gonna keep it real for the people. They suck off they did that since Kentucky. Look what happened with RG3. Look what happened. Andrew Luck, but look what happened to RG3. Look what happened to Geno Smith. I said I was just like, well, Skip got it wrong with RG3. But with Geno Smith, when he came out of West Virginia, I said no, stop it. when they said RG3, I never bought into the hype. Never. But you know what they didn't do? A Heisman winning Tim Tebow, what happens? But, oh, wait. I thought we were talking about winning games, right? What happens? Tim Tebow was better. He, at least in the backups. How many quarterbacks I could name Tim Tebow better than that's in the league right now? You know who's also slept on? Who got a lot of hate? Mark Sanchez. I've been on Mark Sanchez since his USC days.
Stepped on in what regard?
Everybody's talking about how garbage he is. He's not garbage. He was always better than Sam Bradford. Did Sam Bradford get the hate? No.
I don't know. He's garbage. What do you mean by he's garbage? Like in the league or in college?
A lot of folks, they want to. Right? What'd you say?
He went to USC, right?
Yep, he balled at USC.
Facts. Okay.
I've been on him just like with Kevin Love. I was on Kevin Love ever since UCLA. See, I'm not just new to the when I talk about a player, and I said Trent Richardson got screwed over. People say, well, look at his numbers. Look at, bro, he was in Indianapolis.
I didn't say that. I think he's talking to you.
No, this is me speaking.
Someone in the comment section said, wait, did you just say Tim Tebow was better than Geno and RG3?
Yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Wait a second. You ever see Geno Smith play? Anybody ever see Geno Smith play?
Nope.
Exactly. It ain't worth watching. You talk about some of the ugliest games. And they gave this man pass after pass. Tim Tebow was winning ball games.
He's laughing at you. He said, LOL, ha, 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 ha.
You can laugh all you want to. What is Geno Smith doing now? Yeah. APB. This man, look, this is how stupid New York was, right? They let go of both Mark Sanchez and freaking Tim Tebow, and they rolled with Geno Smith, who couldn't win ball games.
He said Geno Smith's weapons for the Jets compared to Denver's weapons. Really?
What weapons did Denver have? What weapons? What? We ain't talking about Peyton Manning's weapons. Stop playing. That's why they re-upped when they got Peyton Manning. They gave Peyton Manning. If Tim Tebow would have won ball games, if he would have had the weapons that Peyton Manning had. And we're talking about, the defense. What? The same defense that went 1-4 before Tim Tebow took over? Is that the same defense under Kyle Orton? Oh, are we really going there? And I don't disrespect Kyle Orton.
He said,
but come on now.
Decker Thomas.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me ask you. What happened during this football game versus the Pats? Anybody remember that playoff game? Yeah. He had weapons.
They got smoked.
Bro, I'm watching this man literally running for his life consistently. I'm watching a defense that just let Rob Gronkowski just moonwalk up the middle of the field for 20. This man caught 9-20 yards. I'm like, this was just disrespectful. I think they look, people don't want it. Look, you can say, it's playoffs. No one will ever do this. I think they literally tanked that game.
He said, nah, you dub. LOL.
You can say nah if you want to. I know about competitive fervor. Bro, they didn't show up. They didn't. Ed, I have never seen a game like that. Now, I done seen some bad games. I done seen some teams just get dominated. Ed, no one showed. I'm watching. The offensive line couldn't block. And this wasn't the greatest Patriots team either, mind you.
Facts.
Like, I'm watching literally the offensive line. You might have not even seen them on the field.
The best Patriots team lost on a fluke.
The quote-unquote best Patriots team. Just because they won the most games don't make them the best team. That's a common misconception. For example, just because Golden State won 73 games does mean they were the greatest team of all time? No.
Yeah. But because Teddy Bruschi, the team that Teddy Bruschi was on was one of the best teams. I think the 03, the one when they went against the Ravens, I think that's probably.
Teddy Bruschi was on plenty of teams. No,
I'm talking about the Patriots. Like,
I'm talking about the Patriots team. He was on plenty of Patriots teams, so I don't know.
The 03, the one when they won against the I think either the Ravens or the Panthers. I forgot who they played.
That was a beast team. I'd have to go back and actually look. But here's the thing.
I can argue that the well, I probably can't argue that, but the Warriors are definitely one of the best teams of the NBA.
What'd you say?
The Warriors winning that many games are definitely one of the best teams of all time.
They're the winningest team. I can. Yes and no. Here's the problem. Would I ever consider my top 10?
I'll give you that. Winningest teams, yeah, I'll give you that.
Would I ever consider them in my top 10 teams? No. There's a reason.
Personnel-wise, they probably won't be able to match up against a lot in the NBA.
They may make top 20, 25. And look, I like the Warriors of that year. But let me.
That might even be generous, though.
Yeah. Let me tell the truth. Like I did I did a few videos with KD and whatever, and why he wasn't wrong, and why the Warriors
said I rock with the Broncos, but yeah, that was really suspect, to be honest.
Bro, I'm not even a Broncos fan. I'm not. It's not like I. Here's the thing. For those, all right. Before I go into about the Warriors,
he said it looked like college versus NFL.
That wasn't even no college. They were looking like they was high school. That was just garbage, bro. Like even high school, that's being generous, bro. They didn't show up. No, that's on almost no. This I can't say this about that Packers team, but that Packers team where Aaron Rodgers was the offense. This was a few years ago, in like 2012. That's about. I didn't watch that game, but that's about where it's at, man.
The Packers versus Cardinals game, is that what you're talking about?
When Aaron Rodgers was the leading rusher and passer, he was the offense. I was like, I see me and my homie, we were in a dorm. We were in this dorm. We hear about the Packers got blown. Like, what happened? Like, they were like 14-2 that year, right? So we're like, what happened? And then we're looking at the stats. Bro, every offensive stat, pretty much that of offensive, I don't know about the offensive line. I didn't know how they played. But I'm looking at the stats, and everything is Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, what? You see one reception.
Receiving yards.
One reception. I'm like, what the hell? This is Aaron Rodgers, the man who like Tom Brady, will contribute to everybody. One reception?
He said they didn't even make the loss believable.
There is taking a dive, and then there's what? That's what I'm saying. I've never seen it, and it's a playoff game. This ain't like it's a regular season game. And here's the thing: they just beat the Steelers. You can't. There's no. And that Steelers team wasn't that far off. I mean, Big Ben was banged up, but that Steelers team wasn't that far off from the Patriots that year. They weren't. They made the Patriots look like they were the second coming to Jesus. Straight up. Like, it was ridiculous. Rob Gronkowski, I've never seen a tight end go untouched down the middle of the field. 9 times. The first time the man would get touched, Ed, he's already done a first down. They kept everybody wanted to retcon and say, "Oh, Tim Tebow had a great defense." No, he didn't. That defense didn't show up till after Tim Tebow got there. They were like, "Oh, Denver don't want to play with Tim." Man, please, Denver didn't have weapons. Get out of here. That's a foolishness, bro.
He said, yeah, like, I don't want to say games are rigged and stuff, but man, that was just so bad. There are some games that are rigged. At least, I'm not even the players, just certain things, but that something happened. Right. I think they threw the game. Look at the story of Las Vegas, bro. There's a lot of going on.
Oh yeah, they'll be rigged. There's plenty rigged I could get into, and I do. But yeah, that game specifically, they wanted Tim Tebow gone. The organization. I'm not gonna go all the way up to John Elway because I got too much respect for John Elway. But somebody in that front office told bruh, you can't judge the whole team now? We ain't talking just the offense. We ain't talking just the whole team sucked epically. That was ridiculous. So even the line act like they couldn't block.
What did you think about this recent Super Bowl?
One of the greatest Super Bowls. I didn't even see the whole game. It just is. It just is one of the greatest Super Bowls. I mean, it's that simple. I had a disagreement with a couple of the calls at the end of the game. I honestly, he didn't cross. That was not a 2-point conversion. He did not cross the plane. He didn't. I'm watching. I saw it live. I'm watching this multiple times in replay. And that second 2-point, he didn't cross. This isn't me hating. That's fact. He did not cross. In that pass interference, once again, NFL, my God. One of those garbage calls once again. Y'all call well, bro.
Which 2-point conversion you talking about?
The second one, the last one that got them tied up at the end of the game.
When he got tackled when he was like right by the line?
The ball never crossed the plane, Ed. You and I both for the rules. It did not.
It did.
The ball was behind him. His helmet crossed the plane. The ball never crossed the plane.
When he thrust, like when he caught the ball and he got like he was getting wrapped up, he like thrust forward a little bit.
No.
Yes, he did.
The ball never crossed. He tried. He got shut down. That's what happened.
He did get shut down, but the ball did cross the plane, though.
No, the one that actually crossed the plane was the winning touchdown. That crossed the plane. That ball didn't cross the plane, bro. But that one, okay, that one, whatever. But the worst one, though, was that pass interference, bro. He didn't even touch him. he didn't even touch. And I got my homie dog. My homie like, oh well, he didn't play. Yes, he played the ball. Oh, he didn't look, bro. If you don't touch before the ball, what is he supposed to do? Not tackle now? This is what you're doing.
You can't tackle the player if you don't know if he has the ball or not.
Bruh. He never touched him until after the ball was caught.
But how would you know the ball is caught if you were not turning around?
People act like you ain't got an awareness of the ball and peripheral vision.
Nah.
Bro, all I know is, hold on, NFL, are we going to make up rules now? That's what I want to know. Are we going to be inconsistent consistently and make up rules? That's what we're going to do now. Because the rules say, as long as you don't hit the man after 5 yards before the ball is cut, that is not a pass interference. Oh, let me talk about Mr. Inconsistency with rules. And this isn't me hating on the Patriots. It just happened to be the Patriots. Edelman. This was like 2 games before the Super Bowl. I'm watching this clear offensive pass. This man shot off heavily. It wasn't a stiff arm.
That's true. I'm a Patriots fan.
No call. I care if that was my Dolphins, if that was the Miami Hurricanes. You know who got a call? Them.
He said, bro, Tim Tebow is just ass, man. Let it go.
Wait. A Heisman winning quarterback is ass. Okay.
Well, I guess he said in regards to the NFL he's talking about.
So a better winning record than Geno Smith was ass. Okay.
Yeah, that Geno Smith argument is trash, bro. Geno Smith isn't nice.
He asked, but hey, I mean, he had two seasons of partial play. And let's not forget, he never ever was actually given an actual opportunity, and I can say that factually. Number one, his rookie year, he came in. The second one, also people forget.
He said
the year of the lockout.
He said, do you think Tim Tebow deserves the Heisman over Percy Harvin? Let's be real for a second.
I'm not going to argue that one. I don't know who deserves it. I wish they could have got Cole Heisman. Seriously. Because they both balled out. So, I mean, it really, though. I can't. It's like I remember there was the year Matt Leinart won. I wish him and Reggie Bush both would have got that. So, I don't know.
But reality is he won it.
He won it. And I mean, you can't dismiss him from winning. It's not like the Steve Nash argument that Steve Nash should have won both years. Or either year. But that's a different argument. But, bro, I mean...
Steve Nash definitely shouldn't have won those 2 MVPs.
One maybe, and that's pushing it.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch, though. That's a stretch. But I can't even argue one, bro. Because Shaq was dominant all 2 years. That's
why I said maybe. First of all, one of them should have went to Kobe, number one. And I still think Kobe should have won when Dirk won. No offense to Dirk, but Kobe should have won.
He said Tebow had to make. He said Tebow had people to make him look good. Hernandez along with Percy.
Hold on. You could argue that about almost every Heisman winning quarterback. Anyways, let me talk about why I am completely unbiased with Tebow. Okay, When he came into college, I was one who was one of his biggest skeptics. I said, no, he ain't ever gonna be great. He became one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in college football. Before he went into the league, I was like, nah, maybe give him first round, maybe. So this isn't like someone who is a Tebow lover. Don't get that twisted. This man earned my respect. This man did something. Let me tell you why Tebow didn't get a chance in the league. Number one, he's not pretty. He's not your Tom Brady. He's not your Peyton Manning. He's not your Andrew Luck. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not a pretty boy quarterback. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about attraction-wise. And I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's not flashy. He gritty. Tim Tebow did something that hadn't been done in about 40 years. Or was it 50? I can't remember. This man had one game where he rushed 22 times and got 66 yards. That is 3 yards a carry.
Real quick. Yo, Fireboy. Geno Smith has been in the NFL for like 4 years. He has 28 touchdowns and 36 interceptions, bro. Come on, bro.
Facts.
Come on.
Tim Tebow. What was Tim Tebow? Bring up Tim Tebow stats, because apparently I'm wrong.
He's not good, bro. It's a fact.
I mean, it ain't great.
28 touchdowns to 36 interceptions, bro. He had 21 interceptions in one season.
21. How do you manage, bro?
That might be a record, actually.
That's up there. No, it's not the record. Because Andrew Luck threw more. I know Andrew Luck has thrown more, so no, that's not the record.
At least Andrew Luck is good, though.
Exactly. But hold on. Bring up them Tim Tebow stats, because apparently I'm just making up facts. I mean,
let me look up Tim Tebow.
Oh, and I could bring up the Mark Sanchez facts too if people don't want to believe me. But
Tim Tebow played about 3 years, I think.
His actual games were barely a season that he actually played in.
He has 17 touchdowns to 9 interceptions.
Exactly. I already knew that. 17 to 9.
That's amazing.
That's almost, what is that? Almost a 2-to-1 ratio?
Facts.
And he barely played altogether a season.
That's about 50%.
No, that's not. No, that's
a little less than 50. Because 18 to 9 would be 50, right?
No, it would be 17 over 26. Wait, yeah, 17 over 26. That's above 50.
Wait, yeah, I'm bugging. Never mind.
Oh, and guess what? That's not even a complete season. He never got a chance to play a complete season. Right. You could bring up the Mark Sanchez stats too. Geno Smith again.
Let me look up Mark Sanchez.
I mean, also Mark Sanchez led them to an AFC Championship game, by the way. But whatever. Whatever. Oh, Rex Ryan's only real success in the playoffs, but whatever.
Rex Ryan.
And sad part, the Bills, and I can't stand the Bills. Not because it's just because of history with the Dolphins. I don't have no disrespect to the Bills. They've had some legit teams. What happened? Cricket.
I don't know. Mark Sanchez stats not looking too good, bro.
What they say?
86 and 86.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, 86 and 86.
So he's 1-1. Okay.
Basically.
I mean, it's not great, but
it still is not bad as Geno Smith though.
It's not even close. And I guarantee you a lot of those. I mean, you could go. He has some goals.
3 more years. Those interceptions are going up.
Bro, look. Here's the thing. Mark Sanchez said. First of all, you say 7 years. You say Geno played 4.
And Geno Smith didn't even complete seasons, and he still got all those interceptions.
wait. You said Mark Sanchez got 86 and 86 in 7 seasons. That's only 3 more than Geno Smith. You know what that's telling me? That he's more offensively efficient.
But Mark Sanchez actually completed seasons though.
Yeah, and some of that comes from the playoffs too. So, like, in those interceptions, like he actually has some garbage squad. So, everybody wanted to act like it was Mark Sanchez's fault. They forget what happened to the Jets. Like,
he said, "LOL." He earned your respect by getting knocked out his first NFL debut.
Who?
I guess I think he's talking about Sanchez or Tebow. I don't know.
What is he talking about? His first NFL thing. What? I don't know what he's talking about.
That doesn't make Tebow better. His stats don't make him better. Tebow has superior weapons and superior defense. Rex is
superior.
Rex. He said Rex is a clown.
Wait. That has nothing. This is the same man, Rex, and it was Rex's decision that brought Tebow in. And what did he do with him? He had him just running. Everybody's like, oh, the mainstream medium. Oh, he needs to decide to play. When have you ever heard a Heisman-winning quarterback get treated the way that Tim Tebow got treated? Never. It was ludicrous. The way this man, he need to decide to play receiver. He need to stop. He need to play fullback. He doesn't need to play quarterback.
Boyd didn't even see it down in the NFL, though.
What'd you say?
Taj Boyd didn't even see one NFL down. And he's a Heisman-winning quarterback.
I said the way that you get the mainstream media treated him, though.
Oh.
There's a difference. Yeah, I understand not all Heismans have panned out. But this was...
No one even talks about Taj Boyd.
I don't even know who he is. I'm not even going to front.
He played for Clemson.
I mean, I haven't really followed college football much in recent years for a multitude of reasons. Same thing with college basketball. It just... The level dropped off. But I ain't going to get into that right now. But yeah, you had wanted to ask me about the reviewer topic.
Oh yeah. I forgot the reason where you didn't have
these are good topics, so I couldn't not go into it because.
So about the whole reviewer versus blogger / vlogger thing. Now, in my experience,
okay,
looking back on my videos when Uber was saying that, I could honestly say that I went down the whole blogger route because when I first started making videos, I didn't know, I didn't have like a blueprint. Like I felt like I just went on and was just saying stuff. Like at first I tried to write out a script, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just talk about stuff. So
I never write a script, by the way.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the script thing. But I feel like as my videos progressed, I began to dive into topics and try to do the whole reviewing thing. But then I started to make my videos shorter because one, I didn't think people's attention spans was good enough. Because I feel like if you make a 15, 20, Uber just dropped a video that's 55 minutes long. I watched it and I'm pretty sure about Gundam. I'm pretty sure most of the people.
Oh, that's actually a new one? I thought that might have been an old one.
It's a new one. But I'm pretty sure most of the people of those views probably didn't watch the whole video. And I could tell
the only reason I ain't gonna watch that video is not because I will watch the entire thing because I'll be walking and stuff. But the reason as to why is because I'm not a huge Gundam fan and I haven't watched enough Gundam to even remotely be knowledgeable. So yeah.
My thing was, I will make a video that's long because you go back, and yes, I do read Kingdom to that comment. I do read Kingdom, but I would read I would do my review or whatever, and people would comment, and I could tell that they didn't actually watch my video just based off of their comments. I was like, okay, I'm pretty much wasting my time because when I dive into reviewing and giving all these views and all that stuff and making the video extra long and people are still commenting stuff that I didn't even say in the video. One, I got to a point where I made those 5-minute videos because I remember in Uber's video he was talking about people who make 5-minute videos. How can you make a review in 5 minutes? I mean, I don't know, but I feel like he is right. I feel like he had a couple good points. I don't know if I have to go back, but I'm pretty sure I have videos that can be considered reviews. But it's some series is hard to review because I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, I basically gave up on Naruto. Like at some point, I was like, even though I'm a Naruto fan, don't get it twisted, but I gave up even being analytical with Naruto.
I still kept analytical. If I wasn't doing, I did a lot of live reviews. That's how, because
and then the whole live reaction thing came about. But I mean, I feel
I'm not talking about live reaction. There was a difference between a live review and a live reaction because I would do live reactions to Fairy Tale.
Right. What did you think about the videos that they put out? Chibi, Uber.
Number one, I'll go back. I'll cover this whole thing because I remember Phone kind of did a video way back. And
he said someone in the comment section said, "Don't let UW denounce the name of greatness."
Wait, what greatness? Don't tell me they started talking about the kingdom foolishness again. I'm not even gonna address that tonight. Y'all want to kill me. Y'all kingdom evangelists, boy. Y'all fanboys be on some Tar level, man. They need to stop. Anyways,
I've read Kingdom, but I haven't read that in like a couple years.
People getting mad because I'm actually gonna try to catch up with videos, but life has been just killing me. So I haven't even had opportunities, man. I barely be having energy. Anyways.
Yeah, you were saying about the
All right, so Phone kind of, this was a while ago. I can't remember, but he kind of talked on the issue. I know James Hanson's talked on the issue. And they made some valid points in different ways. But okay, for those who didn't watch it, watch all 4 videos. Chibi's video, then Jotun's response, Ramayaku Jotun, then Uber Hikaru's, then Jotun's response to Uber, because they all make valid points. I liked every single video, by the way. Now, Chibi's video, he was talking about honesty and stuff. And he's right. And I know what Uber tried to say about, oh, Socrates was not being dishonest. Socrates was getting people to think. Dishonesty, if you being dishonest, how you reviewing? Like, that's a contradiction of terms. Why do you need to be dishonest? That makes no sense. Like, why are you being dishonest on any video? Seriously. Like, what are you doing? That's ridiculous.
In the video, I don't know if you noticed, but he claims he gets dishonest to get people to think a certain way about certain things. Basically,
BS.
Facts. So basically, he's basically saying he plays devil's advocate just so people could.
No, he ain't playing devil's advocate. What he talking about? I know what he's trying to say. He trying to say is I use the Socratic method in the way I speak. I do that all the time. I don't want to hear that. I'm never dishonest. I may argue a different point, but that doesn't make me dishonest. What? Like that, you heard what I said. I can argue that Megatron's the greatest. That doesn't mean I necessarily believe that, or that's the view that I hold. But I can argue it. Because that's called knowing how to debate. But like what?
So you don't think that so wait, TV says he was talking about honesty in videos, like if you can be honest or
yeah, he had a point. You know how I know he had a point? And even Jotun agreed. Of course he has a point. Because I live that on my channel. What you mean? From the beginning I dealt with trolls. Not only that, do you look at my view count? Bruh. The fact that I go analytical, the fact that I go in depth, the fact that I actually am honest and don't be deceitful with people. What Jotun talked about in some of that, he's talking about in his videos how he, the Sasuke video, whatever. I've done that. Oh, my Uchiha Itachi video, when I talked about he actually had alternatives. Oh, my God. Still to this day, people are pissed off at me for that. I'm talking about friends got mad at me for that. They went all up in arms. I'm like, dog, it's not even that serious. Yes, he did have alternatives.
I'm not mad. I just disagree.
You may disagree.
Actually, I agree with you from your perspective, but I still don't think we went down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, just because you have alternatives don't make them great or good, or that's what you should do, but it doesn't negate the fact that you have alternatives. I mean, he definitely could have left the village with his brother.
Someone my boy Fireboy just commented. He said, "Okay, Mr. No Dishonesty. Did Doflamingo push Luffy to the point where Luffy couldn't defend himself anymore and needed to take a 10-minute break to regain his strength?" Question mark.
Oh, that's not what happened. Okay, Mr. Dishonesty is you. That's not. Why you lying to the people? Why you always lying? Why you lying? Do you know what happened? Luffy literally. This is facts. See, I actually stick to the facts and evidence. Luffy exhausted himself. Not that Joker. Joker was getting knocked around like a rag doll. Are you serious?
He said that is what happened.
No, Joker got knocked around like a rag doll. He was surviving. Luffy was one punch away. This man, Joker was pinned to the wall like he was pinned on a crucifix. Joker. I love Joker.
He said,
don't get it twisted.
He said, "You dub, don't play games with me." Luffy couldn't even.
You need me to show you manga panels? I will show you. This man Joker could not hurt Luffy until Luffy exhausted himself. Significant damage. Luffy only took that after Gear 4 wore off. That's facts. 10-minute break. Joker is literally almost done. Luffy had one more punch to get this man, and it was over. And Oda decides, just like he decided with Birdcage, just like there was convenience for Luffy as well. I'm not saying there was not convenience. There was a convenience on that whole thing. That fight had so much plot convenience for both sides, it was ludicrous. It's because Oda wanted to say stuff. Oda wanted to speed up the fight. Oda skipped 30 minutes. Oda skips 20 minutes. Come on, bro.
He said, I will show you the manga.
I will show you the manga. People may make reading two-piece. They need to stop. Stop reading two-piece. Stop reading two-piece. What is it wrong? Why is it wrong if Luffy's more powerful than Doflamingo? Why is that a problem with people? This man is supposed to become future Pirate King. And what Luffy is the only protagonist I have ever seen the disrespect given to the way that he is. Kurosaki Ichigo doesn't count because Kurosaki Ichigo can't throw hands. He doesn't count.
Powerful in terms of strength or powerful in terms of skills?
First of all, when I use most powerful, now the skills is, I'm not even going to get into that because that gets complicated. But when I say most powerful, okay, physically stronger, actually, that's a good question. I don't know. I think maybe Luffy, but Joker showed some physical strength feats that were impressive.
He said Luffy is more powerful, but he doesn't win 1v1s. Need to read the manga called Holy Land.
I do read the manga. It's like everybody, it's the same foolishness that people say, oh, Luffy didn't win against Rob Lucci. Rob Lucci almost got killed.
Wait, twice. That was somebody else. Somebody else, Gundam the Gamer said, we need to read the manga called Holy Land. I never read that.
Holy Land greatness. Top 5. It's in my top 5 favorite. I done talked about Holy Land plenty of times. Look, bro, these seinen masterpiece. Screw what they say about Berserk. I love Vinland Saga. I love other shit. Screw what they say. The seinen masterpiece is Holy Land. Period.
What about 20th Century Boys? Oh,
you don't know my thoughts on 20th Century Boys, do you?
No.
I got into that because so many friends. Let me tell you, I have never. Now, it may ended up a good manga. I still consider it legendary. I respect it. But let me tell you, I have never wanted to gouge my eyes out. Ever. After chapter 6, I gave up on that. I literally was about ready to gouge my eyes out. And that's not an exaggeration. Wait, I was ready to throw up. What'd you say?
So you don't have any patience?
No, I have patience. It was that piss poor of a beginning. It was absolute trash at the beginning.
Facts.
Oh my gosh. This was it. See, here's the problem, Ed. See, I've actually been exposed from watching and reading all kinds of fiction. Not on some Donald Trump, all kinds. No, literally, that's what I have. It's the same thing with Berserk. The reason that people put these things so high is because they're new, they're novel. They've never experienced this before because people don't have that great of an exposure. Growing up, I watched cartoons from the 60s all the way to the mid-2000s.
He said, Holy Land is amazing, like Eden is an endless world, Vinland Saga, Battle of Alita, and Monster.
See, I haven't gotten into Monster. I don't know Battle of Alita. And what he said, Vinland Saga is phenomenal. And I forget what he said about the other one was.
He said, Holy Land is amazing, like Eden.
I haven't read Eden.
It's an endless world.
Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten to some of these series. Like, all these, like, so many people, here's the thing. They be hating on shonen, right? They be saying, oh, seinen for the grunt. First of all, you got some seinen art styles that are straight booty. 20th Century Boys, Billy Bat. I haven't even read Billy Bat.
I haven't read Billy Bat either.
The art styles are booty. I'm going to call it what it is.
Fireboy says he doesn't really like Monster too much. And he said chapter 786, page 7 and 12. In regards to One Piece, I guess.
But what happened to chapter 784, 785? But no one want to talk about that. 784, 785. No. Let's not talk about that.
So yeah, let's get back to the TV reviews thing. So what did you say you thought about the So you said no dishonesty.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about getting depressed. Look, you can get, and I go in depth when talk about depression and suicide.
Get depressed.
No, that's what Chibi said. He said he got depressed, and that helped lead to it. This is what Chibi said.
Someone said, I'm not laughing at that, but Fireboy said Luffy is clearly on the ground, unable to get up. He said that nigga need life alert.
This man, hey, all I know is I'm watching Oda. He got Luffy about to lay that home. Oda, and then all of a sudden, I just magically run out of hockey. Please.
I think Edub may disagree with this. Gundam the Gamer said, man, shonen is trash and One Piece prove it. And seinen is also trash. Every type of fiction has trash and well as treasure. He
just said, wait. Time
let me read it again.
No, I understood what you said. I'm letting this soak in because before I'm not trying to go off on your live stream, bro.
He says shonen is trash and One Piece proves it.
I've heard the shonen is trash foolishness so many times. First of all, I can give you series after series that just debunks that totally.
Fireboy said.
Hold on. Let me just go a few. Okay. Astro Boy. A lot of y'all don't even know that. Fist of the North Star. A lot of y'all don't even know that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. A lot of y'all don't even know that. Dragon Ball. Mad disrespected. A lot of y'all don't even really know that. What should I go into? Hajime no Ippo. The greatness. Y'all don't even know. The Baki series. Y'all don't even know about that manliness. I haven't even gotten to recent stuff yet.
He said Astro Boy is legit. JoJo is trash.
JoJo's bruh. JoJo inspired so many series that are currently out. Are you serious?
He said Ippo is trash. Baki is dope.
Ippo is trash? Have you ever read the manga? No, I guarantee he's never read the manga. And he's not caught up. I know that much. Some of the manliest stuff you will read. You know what? Some of the most accurate stuff you will read when it comes to actual portraying things. Yeah.
So what were you saying about depression and stuff?
Oh yeah. He felt it, but again, that's what you get for being dishonest. And again, there's all kinds of causes of depression, but if you're not honest with yourself, you're gonna have some repercussions if you have some kind of moral value.
So he felt depressed because he wasn't being honest with people.
Oh no, there was things also going on in his life, but that helped attribute.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, that helped attributed to it. He felt trapped. Well, why would you feel? You think I've ever felt trapped? No. Number one, I don't stick to any niche. Like I have a niche genre, but I don't stick to anything. But still, you think I've ever felt trapped in my reviews? No, or my live reactions or whatever I did, discussion videos? No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak on his situation because I don't know it specifically. But if you're getting into reviews, it depends on like I've seen another video, Uber and Otaku Symbol, because he's back on YouTube. But if you're getting on YouTube, like most channels, you have to be actually about what you're talking about. Like you have to be honest. Like I really don't understand the whole dishonesty thing because like intellectually dishonest, like all that stuff. Like I don't understand it because you have to be able to critique what you're reviewing. You have to give your honest opinion. What's the point?
See, a lot of these people, Ed, to answer it, and it's not even just what Jotin and Uber said. I go even deeper than what they said. A lot of these people don't even know what a review is. You know how I know this? Because a lot of people don't even know what a debate is, Ed. A lot of people don't know what argumentation is, Ed. How do I know this? Because a lot of people don't understand it really should be high school, but it is college level writing.
Right.
Even Uber doesn't debate properly. In all respect, I'm not knocking him.
He claims he does.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to. See, here's the thing. Very few people, I happen to be one of them. That's how I know. Very few people actually know how to debate. See, because what a debate is, it is, number one, it should be formal, but even in an informal sense, this is what a debate is. There is a premise. Okay, you see the same thing in geometry and algebra. Okay, you have a premise. There are usually just two sides. You take a side and you argue that position. You make your opening statements, depending on the situation. You either go straight into argumentation or you make your opening statements. And what happens is one side, then the other refutes. Then the other does his point, then the other refutes. And it's a back and forth like that. There's no winning and losing. I mean, if you have a competition, quote unquote, of course they're going to do winning and losing. But there's no technical winning and losing. And yes, debate is synonymous with argumentation. You can't have a debate if you can't argue. Right. People think argumentation or quarreling. That is not, I hear it all the time. People say, oh, you're getting into an argument. You don't know what that means. It doesn't mean to fight. It doesn't mean to quarrel. And actually, fighting is different from quarreling as well. A lot of people misuse what fighting is. So people are like, oh, it's semantics. Bro, you need to learn what language is. Yes, I get heated because this is ludicrous. This is part of what's problem. This is the part of what these presidential quote unquote debates. Why those are debates. Those aren't even, they're not based on facts and evidence. They're not using rhetorical techniques. They're based on a lot of logical fallacies. It's ludicrous, man.
Right.
It gets me heated because it's intellectual dishonesty. It's dumbing down on the masses. It's stupid.
Man. You could argue intellectual dishonesty with people who even ignore facts from the other side of a debate.
Hell yeah!
If someone from the other side bring up a fact that debunks one of your facts, you can't just dispel it and just keep saying what you're saying like you're just gonna win the argument. You have to address it.
Or just, okay, they made the fact. Or argue it in a different way. For example.
You have to address it, You have to address it. Especially if it goes against or it debunks one of your statements.
Depends on your time limit. It depends on your time limit, and it depends because sometimes people also depends on the focus. People will throw out extraneous facts. Okay. Now, for example, okay, Anthony Davis earlier, right? And I said Anthony Davis is overrated. That's the premise. Now, let's say you were arguing, no, he's not, and you do this and you bring up the numbers, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll go, wait a second, these are inflated. ... As we were doing with Wilt Chamberlain.
Right.
See, because you can bring up facts or evidence. That doesn't mean that is valid. See, that's the thing. People don't understand sometimes. Oh, just because you bring up some facts. All right. A fact, for example. Oh, we bring in, talking about Anthony Davis. Oh, George Washington died in 1796. That has nothing to do with Anthony Davis discussion, does it now? Right. People do this all the time. People bring in numbers. Well, saying unemployment. Well, look at what the Obama administration did. Well, what about all the other facts that are being left out? Oh, nobody talks about those, do they? See, there's a lot of omission and a lot of adding on to.
Let's not get into politics.
I'm not talking politics. I'm just using that as an example of facts.
Everybody's like politically correct now. People don't know the first thing about politics. Exactly. How many people are even in the cabinet? No one knows. Like, they don't even know.
First of all, it's not even politics. Politics, I keep saying this, politics are us, meaning any social interactions between two or more individual persons or groups. That's politics.
Right.
Really, it gets, I mean, it's more complicated than that, but it's really that simple. Even on that, if you even want to the foolishness of national level and stuff, it's really that simple. Like, it's no different. It's what politics are.
Let me read this comment. Fireboy says, yeah, I dropped like chapter 5. Gun and the Gamer says, JoJo is trash. Oh my god. Gun and the Gamer also says, Fireboy needs to read real manga, quote unquote, real manga.
Real manga, right? But he trashing on JoJo. It don't get more real than JoJo. First of all, Rocky is the trillest manga in the game. I can show you what I mean by that from JoJo's. But anyways,
Fireboy says JoJo is booty. Fireboy also says I read real manga though. Gunnar says Chibi needs to take a break with reviews if he feels depressed.
He kind of did. That's what he said. Like, I mean, that's what he said. But also, like, the review you were asking, and I did some videos on that. All right. Very simple. I've said this before, okay, in a video.
So you do think there's a difference between reviews, blogging, and vlogging, right?
Oh yeah, I said it's always been a difference. Number one, I actually know what a review is, and I actually can review. But not all my videos are reviews. I do reaction videos. Reaction videos. Let me explain the difference. Most videos that are quote unquote reviews. Now a lot of people are smart and they stop putting review in their stuff. Their title. Good for them. A reaction is reacting. There is no limits to reaction. Good, bad, or indifferent. There's no reaction. A review, and Uber said critical analysis into that. That's not what I did. Like, I get where Jotin was talking. He was talking about product review. A review. How do I even explain what a review actually is?
A product review could be, because if you, for example, if I eat Oreos and then I make a review about it, isn't it about how I personally feel?
Yeah, a lot of reviews, quote unquote, the same thing with these quote unquote movie critics and stuff.
Or is it not a review at all? Because I'm talking about how I feel.
Yeah, that's a reaction. Most quote unquote reviews are actually reactions. They're opinion based. They're not reviews. A review actually. All right, if I'm going to talk literature.
So what about, for example, a food critic? Would that be a reaction or a review?
Depends on how they did it. It really does. Let me. Who I generally consider a reviewer. Sometimes he does reactions to things, but Dame Drops, love his channel. He usually does reviews. And here's the thing. You can talk about, but here's the thing. There has to be specific set criteria at which you're basing. You have to, like, you hear me talk about plot progression. You hear me talk about characterization, character development. First of all, you actually have to know what those are. There's that. King of Lightning, he doesn't go into most in-depth reviews, but he does review. When he actually does his reviews. Sawyer sometimes does reviews.
So what you just said right there, what is an in-depth review versus a regular review?
In-depth is when you are and I disagree with Joe 10 about tangents, okay? When you are going into in-depth, if you're using allusions from literature, if you're going into a multitude of facets, comparing it, if you're going in back and saying how this impacts the story, you're doing that rather than just talking about the individual, moments in the chapter. There's a difference. It just depends on how in depth you go. Really, that's really what it is.
Right. So a food critic, depending on how they do it, they might be a reactor or a reviewer.
Yeah. I mean, you see that with, just using a manga, Shokugeki no Soma. You see that all the time. Some are actually being reviewing and some are actually just reacting.
Should I read that? Or is it all hype?
It's good after a certain point. Because at first that's another later discussion that we gotta have. Because I
don't even like asking that question because I like reading stuff for myself. But
no, it's a really
to read. Like
I read it weekly, but I would not, even though it probably is in my top 100 manga of faves, I don't readily recommend it. So I don't know. That's a tough one for me on that one.
So I shouldn't read it.
I would put it on the back burner. Or something like Seven Deadly Sins. I put that on the back. I still do need to read more.
I definitely need to read Seven Deadly Sins. I actually got a high school. Shout out to you, Duff.
Yes, no, not that. Now you need to read that. Oh my God.
Shout out to you, Duff, for recommending you got a high school.
The Beyond Greatness, bro. Plot twists. Oh my, bro, this story. We didn't even get an understanding of the story of what was really going on until 250 chapters in. This thing right here is some next level. People think One Piece is moving quick with the power scaling and stuff. People complain about Tortico. Bro, they have no idea. But see, the guy at high school, it sets it up, and it doesn't like it just skips in power. Like, it explains everything. Like, there are so many subplots and mysteries. There were at one point more subplots and mysteries than One Piece, Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, and Toriko combined, all of which were heavily filled with subplots and mysteries. So it just, wow. It's just, oh my gosh. I can't even explain the story. It's just so much.
Gundam the Gamer says, man, do you think modern shonen is trash?
He need to stop with that foolishness.
He said, yes, I'm gonna get hanged for this. LOL.
He trolling. He trolling with that. He trolling with that comment. But yeah, man.
What do you mean by modern shonen? Please explain.
Well, I mean, modern shonen honestly started with Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball, and JoJo's. But you know, people don't know older stuff. But whatever. But yeah. That's really, like, people talking about modern is like 10 years ago. No, it's not. Stop. Just like the modern NBA started with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, 1980. That began the modern era.
I'd just say if I can still remember it, then it's modern. I don't really remember Astro Boy.
Because that's from 1950s and 60s. Yeah. That's not modern. See, here's the funny.
Isn't even Dragon Ball from like the 80s though?
That's what I'm saying. That's modern. It was 80, 84, 85. The thing about it is, like, anime and manga date back to, depending, 40s and before. Some is early as in like the 10s and 20s. So yeah, it's kind of the same way with comics. But I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for inviting me.
All right, man. Yo, I don't know if I'm gonna do this weekly, but whenever Wonder's available and I'm available, we're definitely gonna start streaming. But it's probably gonna be on a weekend though, most likely. Word. But check out the other streams. We did like 2 other live streams besides this. So yeah. All right, Wonder.